Yinzer Nation, wake the fuck up. We are back, episode 37.
3-7.
Jared Jones,
Jared
baby.
Jones. Not the other guy that I put earlier.
Yeah,
Couldn't
Yancey
tell you who it
Thigpen.
was.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Couldn't tell you.
Jared Jones made his debut
His
for the second time.
We might cover that.
We might. Or
Probably
we might not.
Probably not. Then.
I don't know, we'll see.
Whatever.
So, yeah, we do have a guest for today.
Do we?
We do. I think so. I mean, there's a chair there. I don't see anyone sitting there, though.
There's a mic, but who's...
I don't know. Hey, buddy.
Hey, let's go.
Who's this guy?
Did you see him go for a high five and we neither one of us?
Start that again.
He said,
I got a high five from Dill. I was feeling it around the house, but I guess not.
He said,
yeah.
welcome back, bud.
Hey, man, thanks.
Nice
on your
welcome
lap?
back.
Don't worry about it.
Uh,
That's for my second.
Can we talk about the elephant in the room?
It's not me.
A bunch of iPads, and this dude finally has a laptop.
Okay, look. So
I'm so proud of you.
yeah, we got rid of the iPad Extra Mini. We brought out, my sister went back to school. She got a new laptop, so I got her old one.
So you're a freeloader.
Yeah.
Okay.
Says you.
welcome back.
Thank you.
Didn't miss
Isn't that
you.
what he calls
I know.
you?
Yeah, he does call me freeloader.
Yeah.
Only for the promos, though.
Yeah.
Only for the promos.
How you feeling?
Honestly, better than ever.
Corey said, back 7 episodes later, better than ever.
Honestly.
He's like, nothing even happened. I
I
don't
had a little vacation, and
Vacation, is that what you call it?
I
these
took
days?
all my PTO time you
look a
guys
little-
allowed me.
You look a little sunburnt.
Yeah. Just came back from Alaska. There's a
I
ton of sun
I
there.
can't believe Steve gave you that much time off.
That's what I'm saying. Steve's a good guy. Shout out, Steve.
Bro, I can't even get a weekend off, let alone 7 months.
I asked for your PTO.
7
too.
months.
7 months. It sounds like...
Well, that's what it was.
Corey,
I got
Corey
mine.
actually dipped into our PTO.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, we're all screwed.
Yeah.
long was it? 2 years?
Yeah.
When you guys don't have any time, you can talk to Steve. Fuck. Sorry.
Fuck Steve.
So, you know what's honestly crazy? So we're going to review our hot takes, right?
Which is what we normally
Which is
do.
what we normally do.
Yeah.
This guy was gone for 6 episodes maybe. Comes back. Pirates get swept for a 3rd straight series.
And
We give that a boom. 5 out of 5 on the boom meter. Yeah, you got it right, bud. I'm proud of you. Maybe you just needed a little vacation to clear the mind.
well, again,
Well, up in Alaska.
I
you-
wanted the record shown that I was trying to do reverse psychology. I didn't want the Pirates to lose, obviously, especially get swept for a 3rd straight series. I was trying to do the reverse psychology since, everyone knows my history of hot takes. And it didn't work, but it went towards my benefit on the win counter, so
I'm proud of you.
On the boom counter.
no takes.
Tig says the
Want the
Steelers
record
were
to
going to
show I
trade
didn't
for
bring that
Brandon
up?
Ayuk.
What was that, about 28 minutes ago? That was debunked.
Right as we all got here.
That gets a doom.
Yeah,
See, now you
what
have
if you
me
look
saying
down at your phone, you get a notification. Brendan, you traded the Steelers
traded?
after he signs his contract.
Yeah. Jimmy said that York, Cook, Davis would come back to the MLB roster. So almost
He got lucky.
he got lucky.
Real fucking
He got
lucky.
real lucky.
Mhm.
On a
Because
technicality.
technicality, if York or Cook would have came up, they come back to the MLB, wouldn't have counted because that would have been their debut. But since King Henry came back,
Also, you spelled Cook wrong, so that one's automatically out.
yeah, Matt.
So
Yeah,
you
Matt Cook.
only had one chance.
And Davis only came up because Bart got hurt.
yeah,
Just sure is true. So
You're
you can
just
thank,
you're just skimming by.
Yeah.
thank Mr. Bart Barrels.
Sure.
we call that Joey Barrels, not
He
Bart
said-
Barrels.
Bart
Bart Barrels.
Sure.
A win is a win.
Win is a win is a win is a
This
win.
is true. There's
Yes.
no pictures on the
Um,
scorecard.
Speaking of wins, I did not get one. I said the Steelers were going to win both preseason games, and they did not.
Josh.
They actually didn't.
Really
you
good
did
with
the
that.
Corey psychology is that they lost both. So
Actually,
Yeah.
wanted them to lose. So we have a bad preseason, 17-0.
It's because we got hyped last year and
yeah,
then
we got real high.
it went like
It's
this.
all Kenny Pickett's fault.
Yep.
Dill says Duplessis was going to get knocked out by Izzy.
No, I said Duplessis
No,
was gonna.
You were
knock out.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Close.
Either way, it wasn't
No,
right.
it wasn't right. It don't matter.
And then our guest from our last episode, AJ, said that Zach Wilson was going to win the starting job. Did not. And then he said Bailey Zapp was going to be out of New England, but he also clarified that to be traded, and he got cut.
Is it Zap or Zappy?
Zappy.
Zappy.
Zap, Zipperoo.
Zip,
The Zap-
Zapper
Zapster.
Bucks
Zip
turn
zap
two.
sagoo.
I want to
So
say
who?
he got.
Sagoo.
I want to say he's on
Fuck
their
you.
practice squad though. Like they literally cut him and then re-signed him
Yeah,
within
but he's
minutes.
technically not on the roster, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
See you later. How you doing?
Yep. Keep
We'll
moving.
review our hot take record here all the time. Dylan still in first, 10-25. Still kind of what you're behind here, 9-26. Tiggs,
Uh-oh.
5-29, third place.
Not worried.
You know who else is in third place?
He's in your behind now.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried.
He's swimming around in there.
Jimmy's over here 5-7. He's
Hall of
swimming.
Fame numbers.
Those are Hall of Fame numbers.
And Corey's bringing up the rear still, 3-32.
Hey, you're gaining ground. That's
You know
all
what
that
they
matters.
say?
Actually, he's not gaining ground because he's the same
He
distance away as he was last
literally
week.
gained ground on everyone except for the Jays.
Yeah. Every win streak starts at 1.
Yes, Dylan, because he's going to catch up to you.
I mean, he might. I might go on
In 3 years from now,
5 years from now.
Corey's going to
Corey-
get his 5th hot take.
all-time records 12 and 370.
So yeah, we got a lot to cover here today. Football season's right around the corner.
High
Starts
school
in-
football season. Yep,
High school football season started. Baldwin just got smoked by DJ.
They sure did.
let's go.
West
Saints.
Mifflin?
West Mifflin's quarterback, their freshman quarterback,
Yeah.
he's nuts.
Yeah, they got a
He's
good running back. They
real
won. They beat
good.
EF 17-16, I think. So
He's nuts. I saw highlights on the news.
on Huddle.
No,
On the news.
on the news. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's gross.
Is he? I'll have to check him out.
He's pretty good.
Can
Okay.
gotta be a guest in the pod.
He
Sorry,
said,
bud. I
he
don't know.
said, see ya.
College football started last weekend.
But
Yeah,
Yeah.
week
We're dead.
0, as they
Yeah.
call
Week
it. these
0.
days.
Week 0, FSU.
Yeah. Shout out Larry for that FSU loss.
Yeah, sorry, Larry.
Good Georgia Tech. Like I said, NFL starting, UFC, not too much to talk about there. Tiggs, I don't even know if you want to talk about the Pirates or not, but
Well, you're going to, so.
Yeah,
Never heard of them.
okay.
And yeah, the NHL's just right around the corner too. About a month or so away from preseason.
I already bought tickets for the home opener.
Yeah.
Ready to
Training
go.
Did you
Starts
did
shortly.
you skip a subject or am I bugging?
Oh, I forgot Corey was back. Shit. We'll see if Corey can like bring
The energy.
the energy.
Bring the boom.
It's gonna be like we never fucking.
I'm
left.
the only one that hasn't referenced this, and I was getting shit talked for it.
But yeah, I think
He was
since
actually talking about Bring the Boom,
Like
that,
the Legion of Boom.
Kevin
What?
James movie.
Like the
Yeah.
Kofi
that is a
Kingston.
good movie. Here comes the boom.
Yeah.
I'm
Kofi
talking-
Kingston's boom
I
drop.
was talking about the Legion of Boom with the Seahawks.
Right.
Right.
Transitioning into
I think the perfect person to start here today
I'd really appreciate it. Thank
would
you.
be Dylan.
Yeah, not you.
Got it.
you can lead now.
No,
Thanks-
see ya.
thanks
Yeah,
for
thanks,
being here.
guys.
See you, Corey. Thanks for coming.
Hey, thanks for I really like your
Yeah.
hat. It's a cool hat.
Shout out Mike.
What is Sir?
It's
Stevenson.
Stevenson Ranch, and then that's it's the
Sir.
pirate.
Pirate
the-
bandana. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little tight on my head. It's actually kind of hurting.
You got one button left?
No, I got a haircut, so I can go to 2.
You got these at the concert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. They were clean.
They are cool hats.
Speaking of the concert, he bought that hat, had a hat on. Guess who carried the hat for 3 hours? On my belt loop, though. I had like 6 hats going around everyone's
Yeah.
hat. Yeah.
Looked like the ultimate hick.
Don't actually had like one of them candy necklaces on, but it was just a hat.
Yeah.
And dude was like,
Uh huh.
No, he was too busy doing Roman Reigns on the lawn.
Yeah. So Corey,
I saw the text.
no, Mike sings a song,
Oh, okay.
and it's called USA, right?
Mhm.
And he goes, I get a USA, and I go, USA, loud as fuck in the middle of the lawn.
That's
bro.
good.
Everybody turns and starts laughing.
Did anybody go?
I look over at Tiggs. He's
Put him up.
I'm out there shaking I'm trying to like inch my way away.
I
from
would have
this
pissed
guy.
myself if I saw that. Yeah.
candy corn. Take it away.
Candy corn.
candy corn cola.
Hey, season's coming up. Do we like candy corn?
I
No.
love
I
Absolutely
love
not.
candy.
What
corn.
is wrong with
Candy
you,
corn
bro?
is disgusting.
Dude, you're so wrong.
Candy corn goes hard.
I don't-
No.
We're gonna need a new member of the podcast.
I don't like eating Park Smiley Face
And the
cookies, but the
pumpkin
Halloween
ones,
ones with the
the
candy
little-
corn on the
little
eyeballs.
Disgusting.
Corns.
No.
No.
Oh, so
Pumpkin
good.
corns also go hard.
The
No.
fuck are pumpkin corns.
What?
They're like the candy corns that are like pumpkin.
You're bugging.
Also, no.
No.
I'll give it a 1 on the boom meter.
I give it a 0.
Anyways, NBA news. Steph Curry signed an extension today,
Sure
right?
did.
1 year,
A lot of money.
$62.6 million.
Yep.
A lot of money.
What?
Who
That
he
is
signed with? The Eagles?
No. He went back to the Pelicans.
The Indiana
what's
Fever.
his team? Supersonics? Is that who he
Yeah,
plays
yeah.
for?
I
No?
wish they would come back.
The Flint Tropics.
That'd be sick.
Dude, bring
The
those
Pittsburgh Kings.
Him and Coffee Black?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, that's way too much money for a guy.
For 1
Did
year,
he not request a trade though? Did I see
No,
that?
he would
they're
never request
they
it.
are never getting rid of
He'll
him.
retire
Okay.
there.
I
They'll trade Steve Kerr before they get rid of him.
Anyways, who cares about the NBA? Anyways.
Yeah, truth.
NFL. Jahan Dotson got traded from the Commanders to the Eagles for a bunch of picks.
What
which
are we
now-
doing, Omar?
Omar, yeah, he ain't cooking.
I would have
We
taken
thought he was
Jahan
cooking.
Dotson.
Yeah, he got traded for like a third and a
and
Mhm.
2/5.
third.
Yeah.
Some.
He's the
Something.
wide receiver 3 there.
Yeah.
He's like wide receiver 9 at this point.
Uh,
Saquon Barkley's above the wide receiver chart on than him. You know?
was that English?
Yeah, then him.
All I heard was Saquon Barkley was ahead of him on the wide receiver
I
chart.
heard Stephon Barkley,
Yeah,
and I was like,
Yeah, and then he said
Stephon
he's,
Diggs.
he's higher on the depth
What?
chart than him.
yeah,
Him.
he's hiring. It's you know what it sounded like? Bane trying. He's hard on the depth chart.
Batman.
Either way,
Jahan
he's for
Dotson.
for getting for getting him for literally a bag of chips.
I'm kind of upset about it. I wish he would have came here.
They're like real high on Luke McCaffrey, the Commanders.
Is he related to?
Yes.
Anyway,
Yeah,
he's-
brother.
He's LMC.
He was the one that didn't.
About the
Yeah.
PC him.
Okay, you probably should start now. Anyways, our boy down in CD Lamb land, Cowboys signed a big extension, 4 years, 136 mil with 38 million guaranteed.
It's a lot of money.
No, sorry, 38 mil signing bonus.
Yeah.
100
Yeah.
million guaranteed.
Yeah.
Big difference. Second highest on quarterback.
I mean, good for him.
I mean, good for him. He should have signed it weeks ago.
How about
Should've
the
went
fact
to practice.
in Jerry's world, like Dak Prescott coming out saying he's not paying attention to
He
what
said,
Jerry
"Yeah." He
is
said,
saying.
"I don't." He's like, "I really just tune out what he says."
Yeah, wait till he gets about $3 from Jerry next year when he's due.
I don't think he's staying.
No, he won't stay.
There's no way, salary cap wise, they can keep Parsons, Lamb, and Dak.
Can we stop?
Yeah, now we're gonna have to deal with Dak Prescott signing here when Russ and Fields don't work.
If the Steelers sign Dak Prescott, I will put my football fandom up for the highest bidder.
Listen, we just gotta. I mean, it's gotta be Fields, right? Like this is a 1 year with Russ. Gotta be Fields.
Bro,
I just-
erased.
What
I was
just
getting
happened?
mad. I was
They're-
like trying to
they're
erase something.
making
There was like a
notes.
bug.
Oh,
Like someone like typed on the screen. Like Steve must have been messing with us. But
I don't think that was Steve.
I can't
Um,
yell at Steve. Steve just gave me a long time off.
Yeah. And then how about this almost Steeler? It was like 98% done according to Pickensburg and every social
God.
media person.
He said, "According to you."
According to you, boom. What you were tweeting out today for engagement?
0 out of 5 on the boom
Yeah,
meter.
literally. Brandon Ayuk, finally, the drama is over.
Thank God.
He signed about half an hour ago, 4 years, 120 mil, 76 million guaranteed, which is, I think Zach said 1 mil less than Amon Ra.
No, it's 100,000 less than Amon Ra.
Oh, 100,000 less.
100,000
Oh,
less.
that's embarrassing. They
Yeah.
couldn't give him an extra 100K.
So,
No.
So that makes him
Would
like
have put
the
them over.
Yeah, that's for missing practice.
So
You get-
Debo, or not Debo, Ayuk is making $47 million in the next 215 days.
wow,
Is that good?
I mean, that's a couple dollars.
It's not bad.
a couple shekel.
When you compare him, when you compare Ayuk though to St. Brown, I feel like I'm still taking St. Brown. To be fair though, I am a St. Brown guy through and through.
Yep, you sure are.
Yeah, but IU kind of
Shout out pick
showed
5.
out when Debo was out. Kind of like
He
finally
did.
got the time to be
had
a
to.
number one.
He did, but if Debo's there, he's not a 1. St. Brown's a 1.
Agree.
I think Ayuk and Debo are more 1A, 1B, and St. Brown's just,
A.
St. Brown.
yeah, him and Laporta. That's it.
Yeah, and,
James-
and
Jameson
Gibbs.
Williams. Yeah, and Gibbs. Yeah, I forgot that guy.
Jameson Williams does exist.
On to, we're going to move on to happy topics, people signing contracts, on to sad. J.J. McCarthy tore his meniscus and is
Son
out
of
for
a
the season.
bitch.
Yeah, that hurts.
I'm
I'm kind of upset. I know you don't like. Say it.
not a JJ McCarthy guy, and it's because I'm an OSU guy and I hate Michigan.
You don't like guys who can just hand off the ball?
You
I
don't
mean,
like
I
the-
think
you
I
don't
could
like
do
the
that.
guys that can throw the ball 15 yards down the field max.
Tom
That
Brady.
dude didn't throw a ball for like the entire Penn State game. He just handed it to Blake Corum, and he was like, "Please do
Threw
something."
preseason, he threw like a 60-yard pass.
Do I think he's going to be good? I think he's going to be good because of the situation that he's in. I think out of all the rookies, minus Caleb Williams, who I also can't stand, I think that J.J. McCarthy is the best. He has the best team around him
I don't-
besides Caleb Williams.
I don't think he'll be better than Kirk Cousins was.
Oh, no, I don't either. But
Prime time
Kirk Cousins is like the model of like you're just good enough, but you're like not great.
Dylan.
I'm just average. Is that what you're saying?
I don't agree with that. That's why I didn't
You're
high
like
five
a
him.
2 out of 5 on the boom meter.
I don't know. What
Well,
that means.
technically, 2 out of 5 is almost average because that would be 2.5 out of 5.
Right.
So
That's what I'm saying. You're practically
I
average.
But
disagree with
that
that.
makes me below average, and I don't accept below averageness.
Well, I don't know.
So
maybe,
Boom.
you.
maybe you should spell guaranteed right.
I can't spell.
Hey, that's a hard one. I would have screwed that up too.
Yeah,
See?
guaranteed's not easy.
and
I thought there was an E in the beginning there, but there's not.
No, you know what? You know where it also tripped me up? License.
That one's easy.
Okay, well, just mind yourself.
LIC.
You
It's
passed the 4th
LIC.
grade spelling
Some-
bee. Is that what you're saying?
Somehow,
Okay.
I
Oh,
always
gotcha.
I always put an N there, like it's license almost. I have no idea why.
He said Listerine.
The one
Yeah.
that always gets me, and it's funny because it's literally so easy, is definitely because it's literally just definitely.
Oh,
No, fuck that word.
no, that word is
word's fucking
brutal.
Yeah.
defiantly.
I always have to do the little speak the talk. Definitely, please.
Yeah.
Definitely for 100.
Right.
You know how many
And then
times
have to
I
remind
misspell
myself
that?
It's literally definitely. Like
Yes.
that's the word.
Yeah, no, I'm not spelling that.
Fuck.
I could tell you you could put probably like an organic.
Spell restaurant
Chemistry.
right now.
No, you're screwed. You know how I spell independent? By singing the song.
INDE.
Yeah. You know how I also spell bananas? The same way.
Corey, you know what you have to do now.
What's that?
Spelling bee.
No.
Oh shit.
You know what we should do?
Third grade
We should
level
do a
spelling
game.
bee.
We should do a game of Sparkle. You remember that shit?
Oh my.
I don't remember how.
Is that the
Sparkle
hand
did.
game?
No.
No, Sparkle was like if the word's cat, he would be like C. I would say A. You would say T.
Oh,
He
right,
says
right,
Sparkle
right.
takes a seat.
Yes.
Like the person after you get screwed.
Gotcha.
That's a game of purely.
So we can finally, Indo can finally be the ones.
I
Yeah.
can't spell. So.
Then we'll do organic chem after that.
Are you smarter than a 5th grader?
Listen, the ideas are flowing. I
That's-
fucking
Wow,
love
this
it.
is wild.
Are you smarter
Anyways,
than a 5th grader would go crazy? But
Anyways,
we don't have any 5th grade.
yes.
Right.
Oh god.
All right,
Yeah.
Dill, back to your topic.
I'm still on sadness. The Steelers suck.
I'm sorry.
Season's over. Pack it up. Let's get new quarterbacks. We went 0-2 in the preseason.
0-3.
Yeah.
0-3 in the preseason. I tried to block out the first
Big
game.
NFL guy.
Well, Russell didn't play in the first game. Didn't you say starting quarterback went 0-2?
No. We went 0-2
Oh,
the
okay.
team.
Sorry, I tried to
We
put
went
you there.
0-3.
Below average.
Russ did play against the Bills, which we
Right.
scored 3 total points
Truth.
in the entire fucking game.
Correct.
Come on.
Can't win a game scoring 3 points. We looked like hot garbage. The O-line sucked. Broderick Jones
Yeah, that guy's pissing me off.
struggling.
Well, they
Pissing me
have
off.
him. He doesn't even know what positions he's playing. Did you see
I
the
heard
interview you
he's gonna
did?
play left guard with Walu out.
Yeah, he's the linebacker this year.
He's
All
moving
right.
everywhere.
He's like the Swiss Army knife of the line right now.
Yeah, well, they need to figure out how they need to put him
Just
somewhere.
put him at the position he was drafted to play. You don't move up in the draft to draft a tackle to
To
not
move.
put him at the position that he plays.
And defense wasn't bad. They only let up 9 points, right? Usually you should win majority of your games giving up 9 points. Well, we didn't because we can't score.
Did you know the last time that Russ had a number one defense, he won the Super Bowl or he made it to the Super Bowl?
But we're not a number one
I-
defense.
yeah.
Speaking
I
of
mean, we're
defense,
I'm just
top
saying,
five.
we're-
you know
easily.
who got hurt?
Corey Trice.
Don't say it.
AJ's boy Corey Trice.
Yeah, but he made the roster.
Yeah, but he's still hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. He'll be
That's
okay.
not okay.
Wasn't he hurt all last year?
Yeah, he had,
Yeah,
I think he
well,
had an
he tore his
ACL
ACL.
tear,
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
and that'll keep
I
him
don't
up.
think it was ACL, but it was something that put him out. for the
Meniscus?
season. Might have been.
Turf toe.
He tore something.
Yeah. Anyways, against the Lions, we scored a little more points, 17 points.
Yeah, after
Russ.
14-0 start.
Russ looked good. 1 drive, 2 passes, and a touchdown. That's all I'm saying.
Kind of nice.
He's kind of nice. That's why he's our QB1.
Should
I mean,
have been Fields.
Pickens is wide open every play.
I mean,
That's all I got.
he should be. And then Hendon Hooker was like somehow had the most rushing yards out of the game for a quarterback. 93 yards. Went 12 of 20 for 114 yards. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
But sacked 5 times, which is kind of rough.
So he was out. He was pretty much redshirted his first year in the NFL because he had a torn ACL coming from college. He didn't play last year.
Hendon Hooker,
Oh yeah, we were at that game.
Yeah. He still got drafted, but he had that
Sure
the,
were.
the
Yeah.
torn. Yeah.
I think in the preseason for this being his first year,
Yeah.
he's looked kind of decent.
Yeah,
Well,
throwback to his
that's
first
why
year at
he's-
Virginia Tech in 2014.
Can I just say who looked very good in the Detroit Lions game is Nick Herbig.
The whole team.
I love Nick Herbig.
Dude's a stud.
I think he had 5 pressures or something like that. tackle for loss, 2 sacks, a forced
For a
fumble. Yeah.
He's pretty good. He might be as good as that other guy on the other side.
Jack
Alex
Campbell.
Highsmith.
No, Jack Ham. Duh.
Oh,
Who are you talking about?
Who are you talking about?
Jack.
Herbig.
Yeah, I know who you're saying.
Loudermilk.
Yeah, TJ Watt.
TJ
No,
Watt.
I was thinking that he was talking about Detroit. That's why I said.
Oh, you
Jack.
meant on the other side of the line.
Yes.
I couldn't tell you who are their offensive line are besides Powell. Is that their center?
Penai.
Gasol.
No.
Whatever the fuck his name is.
Penny
Penei
Sewell.
Yeah, whatever his name is.
He's
Who
a
cares?
guard.
Powell Gasol.
Powell.
Yeah.
Powell, Penai, Sewell,
Same thing.
Sewer. I don't get
Who's that? Who's that big heavyset dude? I think he used to play for the Chiefs. Poe.
I couldn't tell
Oh,
you.
Don Terry Poe.
Yeah.
Legend.
But Steelers, I'm not worried about. We'll have a winning season. We'll probably go 9-8, and Tomlin will still be our head coach.
That's not
So,
what we said.
Huh?
It's not what we said.
well, that was a collective group.
Oh,
This is-
Dylan's saying they're going 9.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
that's all we need. 9-8,
He said, I don't agree with everybody
9-8.
else.
9-8
playoff spot.
division and no playoffs.
No, we're gonna make the playoffs, lose in the first round, get embarrassed again, and then we're just gonna keep doing this.
Did you
cycle.
see? Did you see? I think it was McFadden was on. He was on a show. I can't remember what show he was on, but he was like, "The Steelers are the worst team. They're going to be last in the division." I don't know.
Suck my nuts.
I don't know if he has seen
the Cleveland Browns?
right. Like
or the Bengals?
the
Bengals are gonna be good this year.
Bengals are going to be good.
That's if Joey B stays healthy.
I mean,
He's got that new hair.
I really need him to
Who's
stay
the running
healthy.
back now? It's not Mixon, obviously.
Zach
Chase
Moss.
Brown, I think.
Zach
Yeah,
Moss is
Zach
is
Moss.
one.
Yeah, so their running backs ain't looking too hot.
Okay.
Chase Brown's good.
He's okay.
He ain't bad.
He's better than Mixon.
He's not gonna run for 1,200 yards. I'll tell you that.
So
No.
Brandon Ayuk accepted the original offer from the 49ers.
That's good.
The original offer was 4 years, 120 million. He accepted that.
Do we know what his other offers were? Or that's just they
The
said-
Browns
the
offered him a
Browns
lot.
offered more.
Well, yeah. I mean, no one wants to play there though.
Browns offering him money.
The Browns, yeah, the Browns.
They said we're
Browns
going to
would've-
reconstruct Deshaun's
They
contract.
did that. They did that today. They restructured his contract today. They offered, I think it might have been like a second, a fourth, and Amari Cooper,
Yeah.
and then they offered Ayuk way more than that.
If I was Amari Cooper, I would be pissed.
I mean,
Why is that?
you're gonna have a potential to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but now you don't. Like you had that potential, and now you don't.
Well, I don't think it was ever up to Amari Cooper. That wasn't the part. That
You're
was,
saying you're pissed that.
But
Amari
yeah, but I'm
Cooper has
saying
to
now
stay with.
now he has to go back to that team that was trying to get rid of him.
I mean, I feel like at this point in the NFL,
It's
it's,
a business move. It
a
wasn't
business.
anything against Ayuk. Like
No, I know. I'm just saying I would
it's
be
like
pissed.
it's like the same thing. If you're like, especially with baseball, like you don't think the Angels would have wanted to trade Ohtani? Like, of course they wanted to because you're going to lose him for nothing. And that's
Yeah, but
that's where they
who's
were at.
who's sending a trade offer to the Angels for that man?
I mean, at this
I'm
point,
They-
if
you would have to
at
send
this point,
God.
It doesn't matter what you
No.
would have sent because right now,
Well, maybe. but-
because right now, if you would have sent them, let's just say, for example, right, if we would have sent them Mitch Keller for Shohei Ohtani, it's more than what they got. More than what they got for him.
They knew.
Yeah, 1-for-1.
They knew at the end of that season he was not signing, and I'm pretty sure they tried their hardest to get something right, but they just couldn't. They wanted like too much. They were getting kind of greedy.
I mean,
to be
I would
fair,
I would too.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you lost him for nothing. So that's I think the situation that Ayuk was into. I don't think it was that he's pissed that they wanted to trade him. I think it's just like a business move at that point.
wanted to be traded.
Yeah, he would.
He wanted to be traded because he wanted to be paid.
Yeah,
Correct. And now he's
but he still
Kinda
wanted to be
paid.
traded.
I don't know.
To be paid. That was his thing because he knew the 49ers weren't going to pay him.
Do you think, hypothetically, if the Steelers were to trade for Ayuk, do you think he would have gotten more money from us?
They supposedly had a contract in place already.
But like, how much? Would you say that was like 30? What's for?
He's making 37.
No, 30 mil a year.
Yeah, 30 million.
30
4
mil a
by
year.
120.
I feel like he would have made more here.
I don't think so.
No.
I think he would have made something on par with that.
I'm thinking like 26, like 26.
Yeah, he was. He's probably like, here's my bottom. Either we do this or I don't show up for camp.
He's like, I gotta play in the cold.
No, I'm not playing in the cold. He's like, I'll stay on the West Coast.
Right.
West Coast, bad coast.
He saw
Other than
he
that-
saw Russ just on the field like this. He's like, get me out.
That video of him in Denver, just like in the prayer circle. Yeah.
So as of right now, the NFL starts 1 week from today.
Mm-hmm.
Next Sunday.
Next
Next
Thursday.
Thursday.
Ravens and Chiefs.
technically.
Next Sunday.
1 week from today. So let's give. So the spread is out for the Steelers for the first 2 weeks. Week 1, they are
-3.
they're +3.
Plus-
Falcons
oh.
are -3.
Falcons are -3, and then week 2, the Steelers are -3 against Denver. Do you guys think they'll cover the spread for both games?
Yes.
I think they're going to double cover the spread in Denver. I think they're going to win by at least a score. I think the Atlanta game is going to be a lot closer than people think. And
Saying 6.
huh?
Saying 6.
What?
It's gonna be 6-3.
No, like the between score. Like
I think they're going to lose week 1.
Penix is
they're
actually
gonna
going to come in. And
Yeah, I got a feeling that they're not gonna. They might cover the spread at +3, but I just have a feeling they're going to lose to Atlanta week 1.
if they go in there and Arthur Smith loses to the team that fired him, that's a hot start.
Speaking of spread, you guys want to bring back the picks for this year? Is that what you want to do?
I don't know. I wasn't here last year for that.
I fucking sucked at that.
Okay, well, you suck at everything, so you must get used to it.
All right, listen. I got 3 on the win column.
Damn!
Where are you at? Let's go back up. Yeah, you're at 10.
I'm in
You're a
first.
little bit in
Oh,
front
You're
of
not
me.
first. You're
Only
last.
7 in front of you.
We'll do the picks. We're
Okay.
we're bringing back.
But also, I
Oh.
didn't get to do my last 7 hot takes, which I could have went on a 7-win streak there.
But you didn't.
You did all of your hot
You
takes.
did all
What are
your hot
even
takes
saying?
from your bed.
Kind of forgot about that.
He said from your bed.
I'm on a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
I was in Alaska. Steve, don't fucking listen.
First game is Ravens at the Chiefs. Chiefs are 3-point favorites.
Chiefs.
3.
3.
Where's the game at?
Kansas City.
Right.
Chiefs.
I said Chiefs.
You said Chiefs?
I mean, I'm never gonna pick the Ravens.
I'll be bold. I'll say the Ravens.
I was also going to pick the Ravens, 100%.
You got to get the Friday game.
I'm
in
gonna
there.
pick the referees for that game. Actually,
Hey, Friday game. Thanks for reminding me, by the way.
where's that at?
Green
Brazil.
Bay.
Brazil.
Christ, can you let me talk? It
I'm
is the-
listening.
Where's that at?
It is the Packers at the Eagles, but it's in Sao Paulo.
Packers at the Eagles.
Packers at the Eagles in Sao Paulo.
Oh, I didn't
So
know
it's
the
a new
Eagles
game.
play there now.
What's the spread?
Philly -3. Another
Packers, Eagles. I'm going with the Eagles.
I'm
Going
going
Eagles also.
Eagles.
I think they're going to kill them.
Give me the Packers.
Oh, yep, that's a loss.
Give
See
me
ya.
the Packers.
Oh, yeah, that's a loss.
Jordan Love coming out slinging.
Yeah, wait till you meet Kenny Pickett on the sidelines.
Yeah. We'll do the Steeler game next. Steelers at Falcons. Atlanta -3.
Fucking lures.
I'm taking Lurs.
Falcons.
I'll take the Steelers.
Okay. And then there's not many more games like Broncos, Seahawks,
No one
Cowboys,
cares.
Browns. Nope.
What about the Rams Lions?
I don't give a fuck about that
Rams and
game.
Lions. You really want to pick that? Lions.
We're going Texans and Colts. The Texans out the Colts. Another goddamn 3-point favorite for the Texans.
Texans.
I think the Texans, too.
Taking
I
the
think the
Texans.
Texans are gonna maul. This
A lot of people are like really, really pushing that.
They are.
They're yeah. Did you see that thing that people are saying? Oh, people around the league are really scared for Anthony Richardson. Why? He's played a total of less than 20 games
I
from
think he played what, like 7 or 6 games last year.
maybe, and he's
Yeah.
played what? He didn't play that many in college either.
No.
So
No,
you're-
he only played like 2 years. and
yeah,
that was-
you're just
yeah.
banking on the kid's potential, and it's like that's fine to do, but until he proves, like Stroud went and proved himself last year, to where people are like, oh, he's pretty good. Anthony Richardson hasn't done that yet.
I agree. So
So before we move on here,
wait. Did we have all picks? We all said Texans.
before we move on here, the 49ers offered Denver a 3rd-round pick straight after Cortland Sutton in hopes to do a 3-team deal with the Steelers, and Denver declined it.
That's good.
They offered a 3rd round for
So
Sutton.
it would have been us getting Ayuk, Denver getting probably just picks out of it,
yeah. They
and then the 49ers getting Cortland Sutton.
Yeah, but then
and
why?
Denver turned it
I
down.
don't understand why Denver would turn that down. Denver's not going to
because they're
compete this
during a
year.
rebuild. I mean,
Yeah, right. Why
Bo
wouldn't?
Nix at the helm, man? He's about to ball out this year. He's about to throw for 5,000.
I would hope so. He's almost 30.
I feel like they're trying to compete.
With who?
Yeah.
There ain't no way.
They can't even compete in their division.
sick new unis.
I don't agree with it, but I feel like that's what they're trying to do.
Anyways.
Why else would they have to turn that down? Isn't Sun's going to be an extension?
I mean, I take.
He's
He's
Ayuk
a
over
wide. I
Sutton,
think
though.
he's the
He's
one.
already paid.
Is he?
Yeah.
They showed top
Paper.
wide receivers, and he was like number 10 at like 3. He sent like 3 by 52. I don't know when, but he's like the 10th highest wide receiver.
But,
So yeah.
that's all I got in the NFL. It's exciting that I really hope to just sit on a couch for 10 hours with Scott Hansen on one screen on Red Zone,
the
and then a game-
Octobox.
and then yeah, right.
Oh
Imagine.
shit!
I'll be sitting at my computer with my triangle of monitors with Red Zone and whatever else is on.
Why did you just draw a U and say triangle? He said my triangle of monitors.
Well, it wasn't gonna be like,
F the spelling test. We're gonna do geometry.
What's a seven-sided shape called?
couldn't tell you.
Me either.
Septagon.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a septagon.
So
Buddy's getting
UFC
Twitch alerts.
Yeah, right.
UFC 305 happened. So I'm gonna cover.
Okay, good talk. Let's go
I'm
on
gonna
to
cover.
the next one.
I'm gonna cover,
Oh, Corey.
I'm gonna cover almost every fight. Okay.
Okay.
So there was some drama.
Oh,
In the MLB.
Right.
We're
This,
back.
There was some drama in the
No,
UFC.
there was.
Tiggs, you
There
gotta get
was.
a drama tattoo across your forearm.
So just starting here, Jesus Aguilar fought Stuart Nicole. Aguilar submits Nicole via guillotine halfway through the first round, and that dude was out cold.
He was sleeping.
yeah, he was sawing
seeing
logs.
Tweety Bird.
Yep.
Yeah. The other two fights on the early prelims were unanimous decisions. Not going to even cover them.
Sweet, don't matter.
Jack Jenkins versus Herbert Burns. Jenkins with an early knockdown in round 3, and then just went heavy ground and pound.
Yeah, that's a
Told
good
Burns
one.
to stand up. Wasn't able to stand up.
Yeah,
They
that
called
dude
the
was
fight.
not getting anywhere.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine your opponent standing over you and saying, "Get up," and you're just like, "Nah, I can't."
He tried. He's like,
He
he
went-
got to his knees and he's like,
He went last man standing on.
Yeah,
it.
you know what happened? He would have stood up and he would have pounded in the face and went right back down.
Well, he would have gave him space. The ref would have gave him space, but he also would have got his shit pushed in.
O'Neal wins unanimous decision. Didn't even watch that fight. Ramos versus Kulabo. Ramos wins by split decision and a back and forth. It was a really good fight. This was also like 3 weeks ago,
I don't remember.
but it was a back and forth fight. And then getting to the drama here.
Here
Okay.
we go.
Oh, it's yep.
Walter Walker versus Junior Taffa. So Junior Taffa has a brother.
Justin?
Obviously, yeah,
Justin.
and obviously Walter does too. It's Johnny Walker.
Jimmy.
So.
Walter is such a sick name.
That is a sick name.
Walter.
right.
So Walker wins via technical submission. Okay.
Hit him with
Yep.
the Kurt Angle.
He really, yeah.
With 4 seconds left in round number 1. So there was no physical tap. He had him in like an ankle lock, right? No
Yeah, and they
physical
rolled him
tap.
like an alligator.
Yeah, he did an alligator, basically an alligator roll, and Taffa starts screaming. Ref calls the fight, right?
He didn't. I don't think it was a scream. It was more like an owl. Like it wasn't even like.
Whatever it was,
Can you give me a
it was-
proper demonstration of what it sounded like?
Ow.
whatever he screamed, he said ow, whatever it was, ref stopped the fight, right? There was really no like he didn't stand up and like try to contest the stoppage, right? He was just like
He's
he
like,
kind of looked at the ref and he was just like whatever. So now getting to the post-fight drama, right? So Taffa started talking shit on Walter's brother before the fight, Johnny, right?
Mhm.
So he stands up after the fight. They're getting ready to shake hands. Taffa walks up to Walker and slaps him.
that's like while he was over the corner too.
Correct.
It wasn't even like
Yeah.
face to face, but
So there was all kind of security post-fight, whatever. And then post-fight obviously happens. They're talking to Johnny Walker's brother, and then he calls out Justin. I think they should just have a tag team match at this point.
Tornado tag in the octagon.
first ever UFC tag match.
But yeah, that's all I got for
that
the
was a
prelims.
weird because like
Until somebody gets
at-
blindsided.
the ref.
Superman punch from the top.
the ref
Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
full swan
Knocked in the
full
ear
swan
hole.
bomb top of the cage. It was weird. Like I don't you don't see like very many fights afterwards. Like there's confrontation. Like yeah, people might get in each other's faces from time to time, but like to physically slap them, like I don't know.
It wasn't even like that good of a slap.
No,
it was
it
kinda like a
wasn't.
bitch slap for like a round.
Yeah.
Hey, Corey, you wanna demonstrate? You wanna?
Don't make me
So
stand up.
moving on to the main card here. Main card was actually pretty good.
Mhm.
So Carlos Prates versus Li Jingling.
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 Jingling ding ding a dong. So he got a round 2 knockout. Beautiful left hand.
He was,
Crispy.
yeah, he was on the ground too.
He's the first person to ever knock out Li Jingling.
That's nasty left.
It was
Yeah,
disgusting. So next fight we had Rosenstrike versus Tai Tuivasa. And
I was
said,
sleeping for this one.
I said Tai Tuivasa really needed a win, and he didn't get it. So Rosenstrike wins split decision 30-27, 29-28, and then 30-27 for Tuivasa.
Right.
That was wild. They
So how
announced
do
that
you-
and we're like, what
It's
the
so bad.
fuck?
So how do you? I still don't to this day understand how, like, if 3 judges are watching the same exact fight, how one of them judges it 3-0, 2-1. I could see, right,
Yeah.
and then 3 over for the complete other guy who got 2-1 and
Smashed
3-0.
the whole fight. Yeah.
Not even like a 1-2, literally straight to
Yeah.
3.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I-
I don't. That
He said, I don't like the other guy.
he's like that guy needs to get taken
So
off that card.
Tuivasa's now on a 5-fight skid.
Yeah,
That
he-
Rosenstrike dude is scary too.
Yeah, he's a big fella.
I
Yeah.
would not step in the ring with that guy.
Can we talk about how I can't believe that fight went the distance?
Yeah.
I thought for sure they were gonna-
Heavyweight fights usually
Dude,
never
those are the
like this.
best though. The 2 big guys in.
That's what I mean.
Oh.
Usually it's over in a minute.
I
It's
love it.
great.
And then didn't I think I saw something that said that judge relieved of his duties or something like right after that.
Yes, he was.
Fight-
Was he?
Yeah.
I missed that. I
Yeah,
didn't see
Either
they
did
got
he,
him out of it.
did he retire himself or did they get?
I mean, I hope he
told him to
retired
leave?
himself, but I
Dana White's like,
I
just
think
come with me.
Dana made a
Yeah.
phone call.
Come here.
He's like, I'm going to send you on a severance package deal.
So moving on to personally my favorite fight on this card, Dan Hooker versus Gamrot, right?
I thought this was good.
So it was a split decision for Hooker. He upset the 5th ranked fighter as the 11th fight. He came in at a big dog at plus 320.
Big dog.
So he actually got knocked in round 1.
Hmm.
You know, he escaped round 1 after getting knocked down, and then round 2, coin flip. My opinion, I gave it to Hooker. Round 3 was obviously Dan Hooker,
Mhm.
but in between round 2 and 3, he's sitting there like, you know, his blonde haircut, and it was just blood everywhere, right?
It was messy.
And he's sitting there, and he looks at his team, and he starts laughing, and he goes, "I love this shit." I'm like, "You're such a badass!"
Like
Like,
a psychopath.
like
Yeah.
to sit there after fighting for 10 minutes, after getting knocked in the first round, and for you just to sit there and laugh and just be
Mhm.
like, "I love this shit." Like you're sweet.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of rumors about who he's gonna fight next. Let me see what he's ranked now.
Who do you call out? And he didn't call out anyone.
McGregor.
Yeah, he wants to fight
Yeah.
McGregor.
McGregor's gonna.
Right.
Exactly.
Like, get in line.
Yeah, get in line behind Michael Chandler. He's been waiting for a while.
He's been waiting for a few years.
So
Yeah,
Dan,
so,
Dan Hooker jumped to 5. So he went from upset the number 5 guy as 11,
Pretty good.
Went to
Jumped
5.
6 spots.
11-5.
and Gamrot went from 5 to 8.
Just at 11.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They were like, we're just going to flip them.
Yeah. So I mean, light weight's always stacked, right? So Islam's gonna fight Arman eventually at some point, right? I mean, Dan Hooker, obviously, he could fight McGregor, he could fight Oliveira, he could fight Gaethje, Poirier. I mean, that division's just loaded. But I think this fight for Dan Hooker was a make or break for the rest of his career, because if he lost,
He was.
he wouldn't fall out of the rankings, but his chance of ever fighting for a title again were probably done. So this
Yeah, I
was
mean, you'd at that point you'd drop down to what, like 14,
yeah, I was
and
gonna say probably
you'd have
13.
to win like 4 fights in a row.
Yeah, you'd have to go on a. I mean, that's also looking at 2 years until
Yeah.
you get back to the top. So
And, yeah.
I'm glad Dan Hooker won. I do like Dan Hooker. Moving on to the co-main event here: Kai Kara France versus Steve Erseg.
Didn't see this one coming.
I did. Did you? I did.
This is
Oh,
actually
this is the
this
only
was
one
this
you
is
got
the
right.
only one he saw
that I
coming.
got
Also
right.
called
I
that
didn't
one.
see it in
I didn't
the
ask you.
first, but you know.
So Kai Kara France won via TKO 4 minutes into round number 1. So he dropped him
Zonked.
with a beautiful left hand.
A little bit of.
I love Kai Kara France.
Sounds just like that.
So he wants to fight for the title versus Pantoja, which is obviously well deserving, right?
Yeah, I think
Um,
so.
That division's is very top heavy, but he'll get the title fight. He deserves it. Moving on to the main event here: Duplessis versus Izzy. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know. I hated Izzy for the longest time, right? I
Yeah.
hated Izzy when he teabagged Paulo Costa after his fight.
Forgot about that.
And then like him fighting Pereira, I was like, okay, I'm like kind of liking him now.
Yeah.
And I don't know what he's gonna do. He lost in round number 4 via rear naked choke, and Duplessis was up on the scorecards going before he got
I would
choked.
agree. Yeah.
So he
Duplessis
would
was-
have needed to win. Obviously round 5, probably 10-8.
which
to
is
win
probably
that
pretty
fight.
rare to win 10-8 unless you like truly are dominant.
So the Drake curse is still a real thing.
Yep,
Definitely.
always.
He bet $450K on Izzy, and yeah, so
Yeah. That's why you always fade Drake.
right.
Always.
No matter what Drake does, just do the opposite.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like Corey.
But
All
Izzy,
right, I'm not as bad as him.
No, you're right. You only throw $10 instead of $400.
Exactly. I mean, my $10 is the same value as his 400,000.
so
It's
what
pretty
do you guys think's next for Izzy? I mean, he's getting up there in age.
Probably
where,
just
where do you
fight
go?
whoever he
I was gonna
wants.
say, fight whoever's on the menu.
On the menu.
I mean, you're not
Yeah.
gonna get a title fight anytime soon.
I have a feeling that Izzy's gonna follow in like the footsteps of like Usman, like has followed in since he's lost.
And kind of just quietly
But you
like
can't
fade
give
away.
you can't give Izzy like a fucking you can't give Izzy a nobody.
Right. I mean, he's gonna like.
No,
He's
he's
go-
literally going to go
he's-
like the McGregor route. He'll probably just fight whoever he wants. All just kind of like
they're
money
gonna give
fights.
Izzy. If Izzy's like, hey, I want to fight that
Is
guy.
he-
Dana's like, okay.
Is he done soon though? Like I didn't even know he was contemplating retirement before that fight.
Yeah. I mean, he took a break. Right. It was about a
Oh, yeah.
year. I mean, he's getting up there in age. Like he might have maybe one more title run in him, depending on who he fights. But I saw something the other day. It was like ages of like UFC fighters, and it was like Pereira's up there, McGregor's up there, Chandler, Volk, Izzy, like all the guys that like when I mean I've watched UFC for a long ass time, but like guys that you guys might have watched,
Yeah.
like
Those were like the first people we got into.
right, exactly. Those guys are starting to get up there in age, and then eventually they're going to retire, and then it's just going to be a new wave. I mean,
Is what it is.
they're going
but
to get replaced.
Kinda like Cena.
obviously. Yeah. So speaking of what's going to happen next, Pereira, he talked about moving back down to 185. He talked about Duplessis moving up to 205 to fight each other. I think that he smokes Duplessis. I think he's
Either
a good
way.
fighter.
Either
I
way.
think Pereira smokes him.
Yes.
Yes, but
Absolutely.
I also,
Pereira also has no takedown. Well, not no takedown defense, but he has no ground game.
His
here's my upcoming hot take. Right,
oh shit.
Pereira's losing his next fight to Roundtree.
Roundtree's a bad mofo.
Yes, he is a bad dude. I mean, Pereira's obviously one of the baddest in the world, but I think that Pereira loses. So I mean, obviously that opens a lot of doors to everything if he does lose. I don't know what Duplessis is going to do. Yeah, we'll see.
Fun fact for you. Pereira has a 99 punch power in UFC upcoming game.
Thanks.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty sweet.
That's kind of strong.
Yeah.
Moving on to the Ultimate Fighter here. I talked about it all season. The Ultimate Fighter is now over. Now done. So they
Done.
had the finale on the fight night of last week. So Khan hopefully fought Marion Santos. Santos won TKO round 2 for the featherweight. I don't want to call him champion. Featherweight winner, right?
Yeah, it's not really. There's no title there, but
So
Did
Back-
they get a
backstory.
sticker?
backstory to the week prior, the last fight of the semifinals. So Santos was supposed to fight someone, I believe he's from South Africa. He actually broke one of his orbital bones in his first fight in the competition, and basically the whole entire time up leading to the fight, he had to get cleared by trainers, and it was just so they had one person from each team be in as a backup, right? So they're getting ready to weigh in, and they pull the guy who broke his orbital bone to the side with the doctors, with Dana, with Valentina, who was his coach, and they were like, "Yeah, you can't fight. We're not clearing you to fight."
That sucks.
So I think that Dana might throw him a bone, give him a shot in the UFC, just because it's obviously bad luck, right?
Yeah, that sucks.
shouldn't have been standing there.
But Santos he's a good fighter. I like him a lot, actually. It'll be up and coming. You'll be on the lookout for him at some point here. He says he wants to fight soon. So,
Let him.
I mean, obviously, the Ultimate Fighter was pre-recorded, so that's probably months over. So they had all this time to train. And then going to the middleweight class here, the guy who I thought was going to win, Robert Valentin. He in fact did not. He lost to Ryan Loder.
Damn it, Valentine.
TKO round number 2. Valentin's a bad dude. Like, he's scary. He's like a wannabe Yuri. Like he's the guy who in the first fight knocked him out with that counter elbow. Excuse me.
Yep. Cough that up.
Ryan Loder's a strict wrestler. He's He was the Division 1 wrestler. I don't know what school off the top of my head, but he's pretty good. So he got
a Big Ten school.
so he got him in. I don't think it was.
Probably Penn State.
I don't think it was a big school. I think it was like a small Division 1 school. So he had him in a crucifix in round 2,
Duquesne.
and just laid into him, just elbow, punch, and he couldn't get out. The ref called it. So yeah, that's all I got for the Ultimate Fighter. It's over. Contender Series is back in swing.
He said, "You thought you were done with the Ultimate Fighter, but here comes the Contender Series."
Contender Series, I mean, I like the Ultimate Fighter, but the Contender Series is you guys have to watch it. It is such a good show. Every Monday night it's at 8:00 since the Ultimate Fighter's over.
I work.
There's 5 fights.
I'll be
I
sure. to probably
He went to
watch it.
UNI.
Yeah, UNI is actually a good
What the
wrestling
hell
school.
is you and I? I
Say-
can see it's
University of
purple.
University.
Northern Iowa.
Northern Ireland.
Yeah,
Iowa. Right. Don't.
they're a really good wrestling school.
That's a foreign flavor for wrestling.
Okay.
Contender Series started. I'm not going to cover that this
Thank
podcast,
God.
but maybe coming up here. Actually, I didn't
I
watch.
can't wait. I will be eagerly
I
waiting.
didn't watch this last one. I've yet to watch it. I've been busy.
That's why he's not covering. He hasn't watched it yet.
So I'll give you a little rundown. Since
Oh,
you're asking.
Boo!
So they had the shorter African American fought the tall
That dude's a
Caucasian guy.
badass.
And he just
What's his name, Dill?
Couldn't tell you. We watched it.
We watched him here.
We watched it here. I
He's-
was blacked out, tired.
He had like
Yeah, blacked out.
five.
How tired? Yeah, that's
He
that's
had
the
like a
thing.
5-inch like height disadvantage, and he just wrestled him the whole time. Literally picked him up. He's like horizontal on the ground, dumped him. Right.
yeah,
He didn't get a contract.
we didn't.
He didn't. So it's his second
What?
time with the Ultimate Fighter.
Sign him
His,
WWE.
his first time, he fought the same exact style.
Partner.
Dana said, "You're good. Go out there, get more fights, come back next season." You know what he did? He
Yeah.
went out there, he got 1 fight. And then he came back to the Contender Series, did the same exact thing he did last year. And Dana was like, "I told you to go out there and get more fights, and you did not do that, so I'm not signing you to the UFC."
But is that his fault?
Yeah, it's his fault. Go out there and get fights. If the boss of the multi-billion-dollar, the biggest fighting industry in the world, tells you to go out there and get more fights, come back next year, and basically if you win, I'll sign you, and you won, all you did was wrestle him, and you didn't go out there and get fights, that's on you.
I don't know. For me, it's like
Just because you win,
You can't. I can't force you to fight me. Like I can go out and
sure you can. If you're trying to get in the UFC, like I'm gonna give this example. I don't know anything about how like MMA is outside of UFC, but like for Muay Thai has like tournaments you can go fight. You can get like 4 fights in a weekend.
Oh really?
So like obviously it's different than MMA is in that aspect. But you're telling me in 1 year you can get 1 fight? He won. That's a crazy thing. I don't know how long in between, like how long he took from the Ultimate Fighter to fight his fight. But I mean, if Dana White tells you to do something, you go out there and do it.
Yeah, that's a valid point. They'd be
But-
like,
Well, then you can't be shocked either when you don't do shit and then Dana tells you no.
He was shocked. So they all 5 of them sit on a podium. All 5 winners sit on a podium, and it was like winner, loser. He's like
idiot.
He's like you're 34. I usually don't sign 34-year-olds because you're not a contender. He goes, but you fought well, so walk in the UFC. And then
Nice.
the last fight was a knockout. Moving on. So there's no fights this weekend.
Dang it.
Labor Day. Next weekend, we're only going to talk about the main event here. Gilbert Burns versus Sean Brady. I think it's going to be a really good fight.
Go Gilbert.
Yeah, I do like Gilbert Burns. And then weekend after that, 306 Mexican Independence Day. Rosas fights, main event on the prelims. I love Rosas, that ugly dude. Brian Ortega finally fights Lopez. I'm still very confused about that, considering he said he was moving up, and he obviously didn't. I still think Lopez wins that fight. The Ultimate Fighter coaches fight in the co-main event: Alexa Grasso versus Valentina Shevchenko. I like Grasso.
Rosso.
I've
I
always
like-
loved Shevchenko, so
I've always liked her, but watching the Ultimate Fighter, I've really come to like Alexa Grasso.
I don't hate either of them. But
Well,
I'm saying.
they beat McGregor and Chandler.
Yeah, they fought quicker than they did, and that was last year's episode. And then the main event: Sugar Sean versus Rob.
Sugar Sean.
baby,
Let's
yeah.
go.
That's all I got. A little bit long, but I wanted to cover everything that happened in the last couple weeks, and then obviously we're going to be off a week for the holiday and then vacation. So
Much needed vacation. I
Much
can't
needed.
wait to get out of this stupid city
Well,
and
Steve,
onto the beach.
Yeah, hey, The door's that way, pal.
Is that the same?
We
one
don't
that-
need
is that
you.
the same one that Corey came in?
Yeah.
Speaking of Corey, the moment everyone has been missing, I've had so many people tell me, "Oh, when's Trivia coming back? When's Trivia coming back? Where's that ugly dude in the middle with the lesbian haircut at?"
I don't have a lesbian haircut. You better be nice.
I don't know, man. You look just like Megan Rapinoe, bro. I don't know, man.
So you're back, better than ever.
So
You've
back.
had 2 months to prepare today.
Yeah.
Two
Oh no, it's like
long
messing with my
months
eyes.
to
Yeah,
prepare
it's been a while.
for today.
I'm
Yeah.
so excited.
What do you have for us, Corey?
You're so excited to
Well-
be the twos.
I'll let you know, I got this together about
An hour ago.
4 hours ago.
That's
I put
good.
this together. So
Yeah,
2
that's
months
good.
turned into 4 hours real quick.
2 years into 4 months.
And so, yeah, we're going to get into some Steelers/NFL trivia.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
So
I'm
since
scared.
season's right around the corner, I feel like it's only fitting.
Yep. Okay.
Most of it is Steelers. But
I'm here for it.
yeah.
There's some NFL.
So,
Heath Miller.
so how are we doing this? We doing
Heinz Ward.
2v2?
Always teams, yeah.
Yeah, the
Always
the
team.
twos are on
We're
their
the
own
ones,
team.
they're still the
Yeah,
two.
they're still
Alright.
twos. That hasn't
We're,
changed.
st- we're still up 2-0 on that.
Yeah, Pete Rose hasn't changed.
All right, well, we got to determine who goes first.
Winners
How do you
go
wanna do it?
first.
Rock,
No. No, we'll decide who goes first since we're the winners.
The winners go first.
Who
How
do you-
about we let
Yeah.
out trivia?
Can I host my game?
Yeah,
Please?
let
I've been
him
waiting so long to do this. I don't need any
Let him
arguments.
pick.
Not my fault. You were on it in Alaska for 7
Pick a
months.
team captain and do rock, paper, scissors 2 out of 3.
I think Zach will be a team captain over here.
Gotta take. I'm bad at rock paper
All right,
scissors.
Tiggs, you ready?
Best 2 out of 3. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay. Easy.
Ready?
What's this 1, 2, 3?
Rock, paper, scissors, go.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Tie.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Another tie.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
All right, before.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
All right, so we're gonna do a wing eating contest.
Just pick somebody.
They go first. I'll pick them.
They're volunteering.
just won rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, and
No,
you
it was
yeah.
best 2 out of 3.
And we won round 1. So they're going.
Well, yeah,
first.
you had to do rock paper scissors 5 times before there was a winner.
There was a bunch
I-
of scissors,
I'll be
scissors,
honest,
scissors.
I didn't see the win because I was seeing scissors running through my fucking brain. So, did you win actually?
Yeah, we won.
All right,
Yeah, they
so
did win.
You or them first?
Oh, we won the coin toss. They're going
Yeah.
first.
Okay.
He said,
We're
deferring.
All right.
That's a bad idea.
So
They
which are
deferred.
you guys receiving?
They deferred last time. Look how that worked
So
out.
this question is it's not one.
So we get to work as a team for answers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
So this first question here is one that you get to. It's like one of those where I can name more than you. Okay. So let me read the question. The Steelers are tied with a.
Shut up.
Scoreboard.
The Steelers
Yeah.
are tied with a team we will not speak of, with 6 Super Bowl championships. How many teams can you name that never won a Super Bowl? Hint: there are 12 of them, and bonus points if you can name how many appearances they made despite losing the game. So how many teams out of the 12 can you name that's never won a Super Bowl?
Like, is it like you get one strike, you're out?
No. So the game of this is like, hey, I
Oh,
think,
like we
I
can
think
name-
you can
we
name
name
Like,
5.
if you can name 5, and then
example.
I'll say, can you guys name more than 5? Then you give a number.
I think
So-
we did this before.
Yeah, we've done
So
something
it's
like
almost
this before.
easier to undercut them.
I'm saying 2.
Okay, can you guys name more than 2?
Yes.
How many?
The Panthers.
No, mother, you idiot! How many teams can you name? Can you name more than 2? You said yes. How many of those teams can you name? Give me a number.
I'm confused now.
How
are you
many
confused?
teams? out of 12
Shocker.
Can you
3.
name? Can you name more than 3?
I didn't think this was going back and forth.
Well, we know one,
Well, that was the one I was going to say.
and I think I know. I know at least
Yes,
2.
we can name more.
How many?
I'm saying 4.
Okay. Can you name more than 4?
Yeah, Tiggs started naming them right here.
He's going through his head right now.
I know 3.
So then that answer is yes.
Yes.
So you can name.
What were you at? 3.
No, you're 4.
So
So we need to name 5.
Yeah, I don't think.
I
Yes.
think we let them.
you
do
can
that.
name
Yeah,
5.
we
Yes.
can't name more than 5.
Go ahead.
Give me 5 teams that have never won a Super Bowl. Go.
Okay. The Panthers.
Yep.
The Browns.
Yep.
Jaguars.
Jaguars.
Texans.
The
Mhm.
Texans, and then the I'm gonna go with the Oilers.
Buddy, they're not even a team.
That's an automatic DQ, and that should be a point for us.
The Oilers?
He doesn't get 3 guesses. He said the Oilers. He effed that up. That comes to us.
The Oilers never won.
Those are the rules.
It's an
I literally
NFL
thought We
team.
were talking like NHL. Like, where did you go from NFL to NHL for? You said the Titans. I'll go with the Titans. I have to.
What a
Alright,
technicality win.
You got them.
Yeah,
So,
you-
the same
The Oilers never won a Super Bowl.
so the teams,
The Oilers aren't on the list.
the 12 teams that have
Who
never won a Super Bowl.
cares? He didn't
Browns,
specify.
This is like the
Browns.
Black Sox all over again.
Browns, Lions, Texans, Jags, Cardinals, Chargers, Titans, Falcons, Panthers, Bengals, Bills, Vikings.
And the Oilers.
I feel like I could have got maybe 3. I feel like that was a good pass by us.
I mean, the Vikings and the Bills have been in 4 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
And
The Bills 4 in a
Everything.
row, all 4.
The only ones
Bengals-
I knew were the Jaguars.
Bengals been in 3,
Texans,
Panthers
like, you
2,
knew the other
Falcons
3.
2, Titans,
I
Chargers,
probably could have
and
kept going,
Cardinals
but
1.
they would have hit me on
Browns,
time.
Lions, Texans, Jags have never even been in a Super Bowl.
Interesting.
All right, so 1-0. These
Losers.
guys.
Yep.
And technically, it is your question now.
Yeah, technicalities.
All right, so the Steelers
Just get
have
robbed on
3
here.
diamonds on their helmet: 1 yellow, 1 red, and 1 blue. What do each of those colors represent?
Oh, so we don't even get to defer on this.
No.
Yeah, there's no deferral on that. That's just a question.
To
Do
be
you
honest,
know?
I never knew they stood for anything.
I can take a stupid guess.
So the team name is called the Steelers, right?
Yeah, obviously one of them's for steel.
Which one?
The gold
If you
one.
don't know, just say you don't know, and they'll get the point.
The gold one.
All right, yellow is
Can
cool.
I,
Yeah,
can I,
Corey's
wait,
like-
can I,
Corey's
can I,
like, everybody knew
can I,
this.
can I give you my stupid guess?
Yes.
The red's for blood, the blue's for the Allegheny River, and the yellow's for steel.
kinda
Yellow,
sick.
yellow is coal. Red
Blue
is
steel.
red is iron ore, and blue
Blue
is steel
steel.
scrap.
Corey's like, everybody knew that.
Didn't know that was.
Listen, I didn't know that. I'm just
Yeah, well, you were acting like it.
anyway. Back to you guys.
Yeah, aren't you glad to be back just getting screamed
So
at?
happy.
1-1. 1-1.
All right.
What are we playing at 5?
Pete Rose.
Yeah. So there's 9 questions. The
First-
first person to get 5 wins.
Okay.
So
or,
it's one.
or the first to
It's 1-1.
get the maximum amount of
All right.
points left.
So this is another one of the first questions we did.
Yes.
The Steelers are one of 8 teams to not have cheerleaders on the field during games. Can you name the
Oh.
other 7?
Bam.
Name the all other 7.
Other 7.
There's 7 more besides the Steelers. So
So I have
there's
to
8
name
total.
all of them, or I have to say how many I
How
can
many
name?
can you name?
0. How many can you name? 1.
I'm gonna go with 1.
Okay.
I don't.
Can you name 2? You can even get ballsy and say you can name 4. You can say any number.
Yeah, but then if we bluff,
I don't know.
then
I'm just saying, you can say whatever
I,
you want.
I can't. I don't even know if I can think of one.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
call bullshit.
Okay.
like-
You guys got to name at least 2 to win.
How 2?
Oh,
We
sorry,
said
you
we could
one.
name
You
one.
said 1. I'm sorry. Yes.
Just 1.
All right, I'm turning my mic off so we can.
Okay. Well, now I can look it up.
Like,
Actually,
I
I
could
got
have.
the answers right here.
Actually, yeah.
I could have gave it like a educated guess, but
You can't.
Oh yeah, sorry.
of teams that I don't think I've seen them for. I have.
I can. If I didn't know these answers, I would have picked that
I'm
team.
fine with
to
that.
not.
I don't know.
Oh, see, so good thing we didn't go.
Okay.
All right, we have an answer.
What is it?
New York Giants.
Correct. The Bills, the Bears, Browns, Packers, Chargers, Packers, Chargers, Giants, Jets.
Chargers is shocking me.
Yeah.
Our
I get it.
Our logic was
It has to be.
it
A,
has to be a northern. Cold
yes,
team,
because
yeah.
it's cold.
Smart.
See,
Uh,
logical
I-
thinking there.
You know what Tig said as his guess?
Huh.
Saints.
He probably said the Cowboys. Well, I knew it wasn't the Cowboys or the Falcons.
All right, so 2-1.
Good, guys.
What do you mean 2?
We got
We
two
have
right.
2 points.
2-1. That was the
You
third
missed your question,
one.
and we just got
I
one.
thought you had to like actually gain the point.
We did. You didn't know.
This is bullshit.
Do you listen to the
Oh
rules?
my God.
He hasn't listened. He's too busy screaming.
Already getting.
Anyway,
We're already getting shiced.
We should be up 3-0, Mr.
Anyway.
Euler.
the fun fact for that question was Super Bowl 45 played in 2011 between the Steelers and Green Bay Packers was surprisingly the first Super Bowl to feature 2 teams without cheerleaders.
Interesting.
So there you go.
Oh yeah, I guess.
All right,
Can you imagine trying to cheerlead in like Green Bay?
back to you guys.
Yeah, I'm sure this is gonna be like.
Which team did the Steelers defeat in their first Super Bowl appearance?
All the way back in 1912.
I can't tell you the Super Bowl either because I'm not shit sheet.
Shaking his head.
Maybe it's Poker Face.
Maybe you can't see me.
Like I know they definitely played the Cowboys sometime in the 70s.
The 90s.
Yes, they lost in the 90s.
It was
That's-
like when
that's
Bubby
true.
Brister was on the team. I don't know if there was divisions when they won their first one. I just said when they won their first one.
You have 31 teams to choose from.
We only ever played the Packers
Besides.
in 09 or whatever.
We got a
it was.
time clock over here. We can take as
You
long.
guys got time?
Not this long. You guys are over there naming every team, and you're
you
like,
said,
no.
Here, let me.
I didn't say, why you yelling at me?
I'm yelling at him.
I'm fine. You guys can say Cowboys all day.
Cowboys. not Lancers.
Wrong.
Yeah, you are incorrect. The team was the Vikings Super Bowl night.
Never would have
It was actually J.J. McCarthy. He led the team.
Here we go.
It should be 4-0.
Who did the Steelers draft with their first overall
Jesus
pick in the 2005 NFL draft?
Oh.
Ben.
Yeah.
No.
It wasn't Ben. It was
Uh,
2004.
You know who it was?
Lima Swede.
No.
No, it was.
You can roll the footage on this one. Heath Miller!
He put that in there just for us.
He was 2004.
He said it so confidently too.
Who were
All
you
right.
going to say?
Not Ben Roethlisberger.
Who were you going to say then?
Not Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, you were talking shit. He don't even have a
I had to
answer.
think about that, but I knew Ben was not 05, so.
All right. So 3-2.
3-2.
You guys have a chance to tie now.
Full
Yeah.
count.
You haven't gotten one right yet.
We got 2 right so far, technically.
Folks up.
You shouldn't have
Same as
gotten. You shouldn't have gotten the first. No, we have 3.
Yeah, but you only got one right.
Don't matter.
Okay, come on.
Can we just play the game and quit fucking
Okay.
arguing?
Quit messing around.
Ready?
Yep.
What is the most interceptions Troy Polamalu had in a single season?
Bro, now you're just like, how many window panes are over there on that window?
So
Like, Jesus.
There's 9.
In a single interception in a season? How many?
What is the most interceptions Troy Polamalu had in a single season? You can count ticks.
That's my guess. We can. I think
I don't know.
You guys have to agree on a number as a team, please.
it's more than 7.
I feel like it's 7 or 8.
We gonna go to 8.
Well, we'll go 8.
8.
Neutral ground.
Final answer is 8.
It was 7.
Thanks for the point.
Yeah, thanks. That was like it's definitely not 7.
It was 2008 and 2010.
yeah,
He
I
had
was
7
gonna say.
interceptions.
Wait, say it again. 2011.
I just-
2008 and
2010.
I
2010.
just watched his highlight reel was on Twitter like 2 days ago. That's the only reason I knew that answer.
All right, this is a game point on this side. 4-2.
This game's rigged.
Game point.
He's going to be like, where are the Steelers from?
All right. Before Broderick Jones,
Big hater over there.
who was the last offensive lineman the Steelers drafted in the first round?
What river is Heinz Field on?
Has to be.
That's the only one I can think
Yeah.
of.
David DeCastro.
Correct.
Boom.
24th
Hey, guess
overall.
what? Ready?
We're the
ones! You're the twos!
This is so dumb. How many interceptions versus who's the last offensive lineman the Steelers drafted?
Boom.
Hey, guess what? We could have had all those questions, but you
you
chose to
could've.
defer.
We bring the boom.
All right,
You
we'll
guys
do-
are the doom.
We'll do
All fun and games till Bucky's through my jugular.
Yeah, Dylan's going to give it to you because he said 8.
we'll do the rest of the questions since it seems like we're
Yeah,
having
why
fun.
not?
Yep.
Sure.
We're having
still line
so-
up perfectly.
We are having so much fun over here.
Yeah.
All right.
Not much fun. You guys are part of the NFL over there.
Besides Arthur Smith, under Mike Tomlin, the Steelers have had 4 different offensive coordinators. Can you name them?
Todd Haley.
Randy Fichtner, Todd Haley,
Matt Canada.
Matt Canada.
Bruce Arians.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you wouldn't bitch about that one
It probably would have ended up as their question somehow, anyways.
if you didn't defer. All right, who is?
I wonder what it's like
This is
to
a
lose.
multi. This is a multi.
I guess
one.
we'll never know.
This is a multi one. Who is the all-time passing leader?
For the
The
Steelers?
Steelers, yeah.
Has to be Ben, right?
Who's
Cordell
the
Stewart.
all-time rushing leader?
Cordell Stewart.
All-time rushing leader? Is it Bettis?
I was gonna.
It's
No,
bad.
I think
No.
is it Franco?
Mm-hmm. All-time receiving leader?
Heinz
Heinz
Ward.
Ward.
Yes. If any of you said A, B, I was punching you. All-time scoring
Oh,
leader?
God.
Chris Boswell.
Ooh,
No.
that's a good question.
No, it's got to be
Definitely not correct. I'll tell you that.
Is it Lynn
Jeff
Swan?
Reed.
Mm-mm.
Damn it.
Mm-mm.
Did you say Jeff Reed?
Yeah.
I said Boswell.
That's not Boswell.
Leading-
I said Lynn Swan.
Mm-mm.
Give us a time frame.
Like 70s.
Like,
Oh, I don't know.
He doesn't even know the guy's name.
okay.
Oh, it's Marcus.
Honest Wagner.
It's Marcus Wheaton.
I'll give you a hint. This guy had 1,343 points.
Yeah, thanks. That
Yeah, that
clears
doesn't.
out.
That does
Yeah.
not help.
Who was our kicker in the 70s?
I don't know who Gary Anderson is, but that's his.
Oh,
Oh,
kicker
it
in
was
the
the kicker.
And the all-time winningest coach.
Chuck Noll.
Chuck Noll.
Yeah. 193, 148, and 1. One tie to your name is atrocious.
It's brutal.
This was the bonus-
Not like the Steelers don't have one.
This was the bonus question in case
Against
we were
Detroit.
tied.
Here we go.
We were never going to be
From
tied.
1967 to present, there were 10 official names for the home venues of the Steelers, Penguins, and Pirates. Name them.
Oh, all of them.
How
Mhm.
many would you say?
3 Rivers.
10 official names for the home of the Steelers, Penguins, and Pirates. Name
Three
them.
Rivers, Civic Arena,
Hold on. 3 Rivers. Civic Arena.
Technically, Mount.
Mellon
Arena.
Oh, they
Consol
changed
Energy,
names.
Yep.
PPG,
PPG
Paints.
Yep.
Heinz Field,
Yep.
PNC Park.
Acrisure,
Yep.
PNC
Yep.
Park.
PNC Park.
How many we missing?
I don't know.
Forbes Field.
Forbes Field. There
Yeah.
you go. You're missing one more.
Well, that's all the.
Well,
that's
it's
all
not. It's not. It has to be Penguins related.
Is it Penguins related?
No, because the Civic Arena opened.
Well, it's
kind
not.
of- It's kind of.
That was the
It's
first
not.
arena.
It's not Pirates related.
You
Look,
said
it's PNC
Civic
Park.
Arena.
Yeah.
Civic and
Console.
Mellon Arena.
Yeah.
Did we say
Forbes
Mellon?
Field.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Heinz
said Mellon.
Field,
Yeah.
Mellon Arena.
Yeah.
PNC Park.
Yep.
PPG. 3 Rivers. Acrisure.
We
Yeah.
said all them.
Okay, you're missing one.
What was Heinz Field called? Or no,
It
they were
was-
3
it was always
Rivers
Heinz
before
You
that.
gotta, you got to go back a little bit of ways.
Well, they played at Three Rivers,
Where
which
did they
was
play
when.
before Three Rivers? What was it called?
Two Rivers.
Forbes Field.
It was
Was
Forbes
the
Field.
Steelers played at Forbes Field?
No, I don't know where the Steelers
It's
played.
where the Steelers played.
Well, I don't know that.
Damn.
This is probably like in the 50s.
I don't know.
Pitt Stadium.
Oh. Pitt. Good old Pitt Stadium.
Yeah. What an
didn't know they
original
played.
name there.
Then no, they played. it.
All right, well, Corey, that
Hey,
was
thanks for playing.
a good game.
Stupid. I
It
can't
would
wait.
have been a lot better if you guys, I say it every single time. I can't help that you guys lose, but you over there bitch and complain when you could have the same questions as them.
The only complaint I have
You
about
always defer.
the only complaint
overtime,
I
you don't.
have about this game
It wasn't overtime.
is that when we got one wrong, the other team got a point no matter which
I thought
way
that
it
was
went.
stupid.
Because technically, we shouldn't get a point if they lost.
The questions were very skewed.
I don't agree with that
You know what I
statement.
hear right now?
Go back to Alaska.
All right.
You know what I hear?
Why don't we just keep?
We're up 3-0.
Yeah. Speaking of 3-0.
Yeah,
Let's
you
just-
know what? The Pirates suck.
Oh,
Okay, that's what. That's all.
Wake me up when Lesnar comes out.
When Lesnar comes out.
It's a long nap.
So
It was.
I guess we'll start with some MLB shindigs here.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Very invested in this one. The White Sox,
They suck.
according to Dylan, I don't know if it's true or not.
It
The
is.
fastest team to lose a very random number, 103 losses in MLB history. Will they break the 120 loss record from 1962?
They have a
Oh,
real good
I was
chance.
gonna say, how many games are left?
Like
29.
30.
like 30.
Oh, they have a strong chance.
Like a real strong. They are bad.
So they got to lose like half their games remaining.
Yeah.
Here's a quick fact.
And
right?
they went on a 20-game skid or something like that?
21.
21.
They won, and then they canned their coach.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they literally won, and the next day they were like, "We're good."
Yeah. They said, you won. See you later.
At 31 and 103, the Sox need to go 12-16 to avoid tying the 62 Mets for most losses in a modern day MLB.
I
history,
really
which
don't.
they will break.
Yeah, I was gonna say
There's
they,
no way they're winning 12 games.
they might go.
They might go 3.
They might win 5.
It is quite literally going to be the funniest thing in history when they end up with like the 4th pick
Yeah.
in the draft.
Yeah,
So
the
here-
Pirates
here's-
end up with the second
Here's the rest of their schedule, okay? The Mets,
loss.
they play the Mets this weekend for 3.
Right.
Swept.
Then they're in Baltimore for 3.
That's what-
Definitely
bad.
swept.
Then they're in Boston for 3.
Swept.
See ya.
Home against Cleveland.
Swept.
Bad.
At Oakland.
That's
might,
their-
might
that-
take one.
Might,
At Oakland. At the A's. Or sorry.
The same team.
Home Oakland. At the A's.
What?
Sorry.
so they have a they have a
Oh,
they have a home.
Take a breath.
Do they have a home and home?
Home Oakland. At the Angels.
Uh,
I just keep seeing A.
They might take
Home
one from the
Oakland, I
Angels.
think.
they might
Two.
take 2.
At San Diego.
See ya.
No, swept.
Yeah. Go.
Home against the Angels.
Do they
On the
play
road
the
against
Pirates? They
Tigers.
have a strong chance.
They don't. There's
They
There's
Four.
no way.
have beat the Pirates like they're like 1 in 5.
They're not.
against
They're
the
not
Pirates
winning
this
12 of
year.
those games.
They-
I'm saying
no.
7
4.
max.
I'm saying 4.
I'd say 5. I'll stick with my
Yeah,
5.
5 if they get good starting pitching. From I don't know who.
Croquet. Crochet.
I'm surprised they just don't shut him.
croquet.
They might as well just shut him down.
Yeah,
honestly,
let's play some colored golf.
they might as well shut him down.
Also
Yeah.
in the news, Dylan Cruz made his debut.
No way.
Hit
Good
his
for
first
him.
home run in his third game.
Nice.
Pretty good. I think he's good.
Which now makes it the
They're
first
3 and
time.
13 in their last 16, by the way.
Which makes it the first time in MLB history that 3 of the top 5 picks in a draft have made their debut the following season.
Name the other 2.
Yeah.
Well, that's a tough one. Dylan, name the other 2.
Jared Jones
7.
and Mike Trout. I'm
Dylan,
say.
actually name the other 2.
It's definitely Skeens and
Bruh.
I really don't really
Wilson?
pay attention. Huh?
Jack Wilson's brother, son.
Jake
Jacob
Wilson.
Then
No.
no.
That was Wyatt Langford.
Well, he was on the roster.
Jackson
played?
Holiday didn't get drafted
Yeah, but
last year.
so did Jake
He
Wilson.
got drafted the year before.
He was the draft of the year before.
Yeah, he was number 1 year before.
He wasn't number 1.
Pop some Zans in the parks and some Mollies. And
There was just all sorts of misinformation going
That's fair.
around there.
okay, so it was Mitch Keller.
Matt Keller.
Yep. Okay.
And then finally, will Ohtani have the first 50-50 season?
yes.
No.
He's on. He's on pace.
Definitely not.
51-51.
Yes.
I'm going now. He's going to finish with
49-48. 49-48. And 49-48.
for your winner. I'm going to go with he's going to get 50 homers, but he's only going to have 47 steals.
I think they'll make a charge for if he hits 50 home runs. They'll make a charge for him to steal bases.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of have it the opposite way. I was going to say less homers, but closer to steals.
I'm saying.
I don't know.
yes.
He's nuking balls.
And then alternatively,
Yeah.
between him and Judge, because this has been a big debate as of late,
It's Judge.
who's having the
It's
better
Judge.
season?
Yeah, it's Judge.
It's Judge.
Advanced metrics have Judge being better. He had like
advanced metrics, baby.
something like a 222 OPS plus, and Otani's was like 180. But
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Judge. I did see a stat.
I don't.
Oh,
That-
big
stat,
stats.
big
Always-
stat. Now this is Twitter, so it might be lying.
It's false.
But they said that like 70% of his home runs wouldn't have been a home run.
Yes.
In any other ballpark.
I
except Yankee
I
Stadium.
well,
personally-
it's not any, because apparently like
Well, there's like 5 other ballparks.
there was only like 2 or 3 home runs he had that would only have been home runs in Yankee Stadium.
Mhm.
That doesn't mean that like it's a lot of them.
I think
Still
it's
gotta hit the
Ohtani.
ball.
And the main reason why is he played his entire career facing the same teams in the same stadiums in the the same pitchers. However, he's now in a completely different stadium with a completely set of different teams, and he's doing the exact same thing that he did last year. That's
Without pitching too.
right. That's insane to me. That you said, "Oh, I'm so good in the
AL. I'm
in the
gonna go-
AL.
I'm gonna
Let's
go.
try the NL," and he's
Just
smoking.
maybe just as good, if not better.
Right.
Yeah.
I
And he's
think
not
if
pitching
I
yet.
think if he's pitching, there is no doubt that question is Shohei Ohtani.
He was throwing off the mound the
I
other
did
day.
see that.
That's because Henry Davis wasn't there.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
He's afraid of Hank.
He's the only. Yeah. yeah.
He saw him. He's
Hank
like,
is
"Oh
probably
no."
the only, or I should say, Shohei's probably the only pitcher Hank can hit right now.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, get him back on the mound.
Yeah.
He literally had a base hit the other night. Davis.
Yeah, he literally hit the base. It was wild. And now he's 0 for his last 7 after that, probably.
We just gotta figure shit out.
Speaking of
It's
the
just
Bucks.
so bad.
Yeah, I mean, I
Here.
guess we could talk about them.
Do we have to?
So the the bullpen gave up
Oh,
35 runs in the last 5 games.
That's good.
puke.
35 runs.
That's
Is that-
awful.
Dude, I can do that.
That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 7 runs a game by the bullpen.
Thanks.
7.
Thanks. That's
I
good
am
math.
really glad you counted those out for us.
Anytime. That's what I'm here for. Bednar also has a 9 ERA since the All-Star break.
You know what? Just,
9.2 to be exact.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might as well just.
God almighty.
you might- Just send him to the moon.
You know who else you could send with him? Send Woodford with him.
Well, Woodford, good thing you got DFA'd.
I can't stand him.
Well, he's no longer on our team.
Good.
Good.
We got rid of him.
Is
It's
what
not all bleak.
You sure?
Maybe. It depends on how you feel about this.
I think we all
About
feel-
Cruz getting the permanent move to center field.
Did you guys see that catch he had the other night?
Yeah, and
yesterday afternoon?
he wanted to save the ball.
Yeah, he's like, hey.
I think he is actually hysterical.
Oh, he's
That
hilarious.
ain't good.
Uh-oh.
Shador.
It's a crap.
Everyone's like, Twitter's been blowing up. They're like, Cruz is so miserable after that interview, right? Meanwhile, like, you should see how much he laughs in the dugout, laughs on the field.
He looks
It
like
just-
he's just out there
He
to be
has
there.
a resting bitch face. That's all it is. But like, I think he's probably one of the most on the team behind Kutch.
Andy Rodriguez got to be pretty high on that list.
No, we haven't talked about Andy in a hot minute.
Yeah. I mean, my thing on it is I don't dislike the move. I don't know why they decided to do it now. Why not just wait till next season? I guess there's-
Because the season's
Think
already
he-
messed up enough.
Valuable experience now.
Yes.
I don't know.
They were like, oh,
They don't know what they're
G1
doing.
Bay can't hit the side of a literal house. Let's put Cruz out
He
there.
also can hit a beach ball out of air too.
He's bad.
Side of
Yeah.
the house is
He
pretty
couldn't
big.
hit the ocean if he jumped
So
out
was
of
a beach
plane.
ball, like the big beach, like the beach balls.
He said,
Like the really big, like 10-footers. You ever see those?
I definitely believe you.
Yeah.
But the side of a house, I mean, it's pretty large.
Corey hit the
I
side of the
said-
house once.
I said the side of a house, and
remember when
Dill's
Corey-
response was a beach ball.
Remember when Corey hit?
it wasn't a beach ball. It was a
Tiggs, remember when Corey? Remember when Corey hit the side of the house?
Yeah, I do. With
Yeah,
a beer can.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
And then I really could care less about this, but Du Bois wanted to talk about Rowdy.
mean?
It's embarrassing, Dylan.
No, it's sweet,
It's embarrassing.
hilarious.
dude. The whole crowd was chanting for him the other night. to
Yeah,
come out
that's
and pitch.
embarrassing.
No, that's sweet. I love it. I'm here for it.
I'm not. I'd rather them be cheering for him to hit a home run.
The Rowdy Tellez effect.
Needs to be studied.
Correct. It's gonna feed
Well,
families
It's-
forever.
You're only embarrassed because it happened twice. If it happened once, it shit happens, right?
it's funny.
but twice in like 4 games, then you're like,
Yeah, and then for the people to be cheering
This-
for it to happen a third.
This guy stinks. He has 2 good games, and everyone fucking loves him again. And then all of a sudden, he goes out and has a better ERA than David Bednar when anyone in the MLB can do that right now. The guy sucks.
Hey, all I'm saying is that he got a pitch called a strike that was 14.6 inches out of the strike zone. That's
Yeah,
all I'm
that
saying.
ump wanted to go home.
Wait, yeah,
100%.
that-
Speaking
I mean,
of bad calls, did
yeah.
you guys see when the Phillies were down 10 the other night, and it was strike?
Yeah,
it was-
ball was low and away.
Yeah.
He's like, I want out.
He's like, all the quotes were like, umpire just wanted to go home.
Oh, that's another subject. Sorry, I thought I saw Big Breath over there. You ready to go? But umpiring is god awful.
Yeah,
I mean-
so this is what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
No,
He
but
said,
like,
you see those topics
because
that everybody
while-
outlined for you? We're not talking about them.
While we're on the subject, umpiring is god awful. We have all these stupid calls that we're getting strikes on with balls that are at everyone's ankles and outside, and that's embarrassing in itself too. Besides the Pirate season, but I just want to get that off my chest.
All right.
good thing we did.
For saying
And
that.
then the final point on the major league squad.
This isn't even close.
It shouldn't be a debate, but Skeens versus Merrill for rookie
This
of the
isn't a
year.
debate.
Next.
Jackson Merrill.
I think that this is
Twitter
stupid.
doesn't count as a debate area.
What's funny
You
is
said
that
Jackson Merrill.
you were talking about somebody was talking about Vinny. I think it was you on Twitter. He said that when Reynolds finished 4th in rookie of the
I
year
said this?
voting. No, on Twitter.
Who said?
I said the Vinny Vino, whatever his name is.
Oh.
That Reynolds is basically, or Merrill was having a pretty close season to how Reynolds was when he was a rookie. And Reynolds finished
Fourth.
4th in rookie of the year voting that
Mhm.
year.
I think it's only because it's really only them two at this race. Like we thought it was gonna be a little tighter.
Yeah,
with
but even
pitching.
the odds are like almost dead even.
They know something we don't.
No, it's because Reynolds is a pirate.
You mean Skeens?
Well, at the time when Reynolds lost, because he's a pirate.
The odds of like Skeens winning rookie of the
It
year.
was like 100. I think it's 100 to like plus 120 right now.
Yeah, they keep flip flopping.
But it shouldn't be a debate.
No.
And then finally,
Ooh, sorry.
we'll go down to the farm here.
Dan on the farm.
Does
Talk
this-
about my favorite pirate right now. Do it.
Since we're pretty much wrapping up the season here, we'll cover it a little bit. So Bubba,
Woo!
Harrington, all are dominating AAA right now.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Yep, sure. We'll just stop.
Put him in
Jackson Merrill's minus 600 to win rookie of the year, and Paul Skeens is plus 380.
Oh, that
No,
changed in the
that's
last.
right now?
Right now.
That changed in the
Whoa,
last.
Skeens has 2 average starts, and that's where we drop him to.
Average starts
Really?
ERA is dropped.
That's why I said average.
Oh, average for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Only 6 strikes.
That's crazy to me.
That's actually, yeah, that's
It's
stupid.
robbery if he doesn't win.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I'll put 100 on that.
Bubba's had, I think,
Put 100.
4 starts, only 2 decisions. A 1.170
I was gonna say
ERA,
it's like a sub 150.
28 strikeouts, 179
Yeah.
average.
How are you doing? The day that
touching 99 a lot.
the day that dude comes to PNC Park, first off, I'm calling off work if I work. Second of all, every Tops now when they release those cards, I'm getting about 500.
Nice.
I'll be the entire
The print run's gonna be 750.
yeah,
He's gonna have
and I'm gonna have
500
500 of them because I'm getting a numbered one. I don't care whose turn out of this gets the numbered one. It's me. I don't care. I will. I am so high. I'm getting his jersey day 2. I'm gonna be like,
Hey,
make it.
make it.
You gonna get a City Connect one or what?
I'll get every single one.
One of each.
Harrington's also had 4 starts,
Well, he ain't
3.09
bad.
ERA, 17 strikeouts, 171 average against. And then Ashcraft only has had 3 starts there, but .49 ERA.
Yeah, that's
13 strikeouts.
Jeez.
that's disgusting.
Wow.
Yeah, trade one of them.
Trade 'em off.
Preferably not Bubba.
Trade 'em off
Bubba's
for,
not
uh,
going anywhere.
If we trade Bubba, I am burning PNC to the ground.
And then moving on from there, Termar got promoted to Double-A
He's hit a car the other day almost.
Yeah, he.
Is that the
he-
one?
in Altoona.
Yeah, he nuked one.
Yeah,
Nice.
That's good.
So it's promising to
Hey,
see
we're
that
looking-
he's getting closer, even though he struggled a little bit
looking
this
up.
year. But
Looking up.
I mean, his second half of the season in Greensboro was crazy.
Had a big
Yeah.
turnaround.
He
He
struggled.
was hurt to start the year, and I think that's why he struggled a little bit. And then as soon as he
And
was,
he's like, you know what? I got this.
he was like,
I'm Tamar Johnson.
He said, "I'm sick of playing in Florida."
You mean Greensboro?
That's North Carolina.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly what I said.
Yeah. We never said we were good at geography.
Nick York and Billy Cole killing it so far.
One day.
I hope both of them get the call in September. At least one of them. If
So here,
if
here's,
it's one of them, it's going to
The
be
rules have changed. You
Here's
can't
my-
just call everybody up.
here's my
anymore.
argument with that. Yes, is you have to add him to your 40 man. So in order, even Bubba, in order to add Bubba to your 40 man, you would have to take somebody off of your 40 man roster.
Mitch Keller.
How about you take that Paul Skeens guy off?
How about you
'cause
take
he's
German, or what is it, Herman or German or whatever?
Domingo
Oh, yeah.
Herman.
Yeah, he sucks. I don't care.
Him?
Well, I mean, they could just send
You
Ji Hwan Bay to the moon.
You can't.
That's-
I mean,
You can't.
You have to get rid of someone off your 40 man roster
Yeah,
in order.
G1 Bay's
send
on
him
the
to the
He's
moon.
already down there though. I thought, or is he on the bench right now?
Who?
So here,
Well,
so
he's still on the 40.
He's on the 40.
Ashcraft is
Oh.
on the 40 man roster, so I think he has the best chance to see.
Ashcraft's on the 40?
He has the best chance to see
Time.
action this year.
Hmm.
Interesting.
He's actually the only Pirates pitcher besides Mike Burrows in the minors that's in the 40 man roster.
Mike Burrows is on the 40.
Because he was Ashcraft was on the fringe
Yeah.
before the season started,
Okay.
so that's why. But he was hurt, so
We should bring back up Drew Maggi, play center field.
Who?
He's not even on our team anymore.
I don't care. Bring him back.
then
Magic.
Gift and Gope.
Johnny Severino, who we got in the
Damn.
Santana trade, hit for the cycle the other day for Bradenton.
That dude's hitting.
He looks real good.
He looks real good. Granted, it's only,
He's
Marauders,
probably
but, like,
17, but
So people that you could technically get off the 40 man roster if you wanted any of these guys to come play this year would be, in my opinion,
Yeah.
right? Domingo Germán, Ben Heller,
Yes.
Yeah, he can go to the moon.
He has like a 12 ERA.
Yep.
Dalton Jeffries, but I don't know if he's able
He's
to.
hurt.
because
He's
only
hurt.
60, so I don't think you can take them off.
No. About it.
Ji Hwan
That's
Bay
literally about it.
to the moon.
G1 Bay to the moon.
Just DFA him.
That's literally it. Billy McKinney, other than outside
No.
of
DFA
that,
him.
that's it.
takes
Any
it,
of those people
takes it like
can
get rid of the whole
DFA.
team.
Just you could just
the whole
DFA
team.
any of them, really, honestly. I mean, the G1 Bay experiment. What else is there to see? Get
Nothing.
rid of him. See ya.
I put him in a similar boat to Sawinski. Like
He might as well go apply to McDonald's.
he looks rough. He just looks like he's playing little league. Like he ain't even looking at the ball.
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you
What his
mean? He has
problem
2
is.
doubles and he's batting 320 his last 7 games.
Oh, he must.
Sick. What's he batting the rest of the year?
Probably about 138.
Right.
Sawinski can be like the.
They can hold hands
They
together.
can be the scanner and bagger duo. Giant.
Yeah, that'd be a sick duo.
And then finally,
And
Xander
Triolo would miss the
Muth.
bag when he tries to push it in it. Sorry. sucks.
Xander Muth
Move.
won
He's back.
FCL Pitcher of the Year.
Okay, he's another pitcher.
Yeah, another sick one. In
What's wrong with him?
in the FCL this year, he had 12 games started, a 1.58 ERA, 56 strikeouts, and a 2.02 average.
Yeah,
against
how
him.
are you doing?
Isn't he? He's a big boy too. Isn't he? Like 6'5" plus.
Yeah,
He's a tall
Yeah.
fellow.
have way too many pitchers.
That's
Way
okay.
Too many.
I'd rather have way too many pitchers than we have in our bullpen right now. Start throwing some of those dudes in there.
We
Last
need
thing MLB related
bats.
here, did you guys see the strikeout that Walker Buehler had when Will Smith
Yes.
didn't thought that I don't know if he thought that he caught the ball, was ball in the dirt, he scooped it, right?
Oh, yes.
And he didn't throw it to first.
Yeah.
They charged that. So basically what happened is Cedric Mullins struck out. He didn't throw it down to first, mental error. Orioles went on to score 3 runs that inning, and that got charged Walker Buehler with a wild pitch, not Will Smith as an error.
That's good.
And it still stands like that. To
Yes.
this day? Even after how many
literally
video?
looking at it right now.
That's wild.
It says this pitch from last night's Dodgers Orioles game, for some reason, on a ball that clearly hit the dirt, catcher Will Smith doesn't throw it down to first, complete the strikeout on Cedric Mullins until it's too late. This is clearly Will Smith's fault. This feels like it should be something on Will Smith, but a slow late throw isn't an error, unfortunately. And the pitch hit the dirt, so this is ruled a strikeout wild pitch against Walker
That's
Buehler.
bad. They need to change that
Jeez.
ruling.
And then he gives up 3 runs to measure ERA.
That's
How you
annoying.
doing?
Then what's that say?
So I don't know if you guys know, but there's a baseball team that actually wins games.
He
In the
said,
city
I
of
used to
Pittsburgh.
work for them.
He didn't work when he did his internship. Right?
wasn't gonna say that. I was just giving them a shout out. Anyways, before tonight, because they had one more final season game, 64 wins, which is most in franchise history.
All right, wild things.
Good enough for first place in the league.
Hell yeah.
Wild things.
At least there's winning. At least there's winning baseball, right? So shout out to Wild Things. Tyreek Reed, I think 64 wins. Math. He played like 54 games, batted .340,
Sheesh.
first in the league.
Sign him to the Pirates.
And then their ace Kobe Foster, 126 strikeouts for a single season franchise record.
That's
You
all
guys,
because
know, you
Ain't
guys
bad.
know who was a Washington Wild thing?
Sean Keeley.
Sean Keel was a Washington Wild thing.
so shout out
Sean Keeley.
shout out Washington Wild Things for
Shouts.
actually providing good baseball in this
Shout
city.
out Dylan Kovac.
Yeah, except they don't get any press for it.
Well, it's because they're an independent team.
Well, yes.
Great team though. Love working for them.
Love to see.
Oh, all because you got to say something. Anyways, I just want to give them a shout out real quick. So
That was nice of you.
thanks. I'm a nice guy.
I'm sure
You are.
they'll appreciate it.
Nice
Yeah.
guy. Tries
They'll
hard.
probably never see this, but shout out.
We'll just tag him.
Yeah, just tag the one. They might respond.
Tag him
dude.
64 times for 64
If the dude that swam across the ocean saw our stuff,
That's true. That's true.
I think we get
You
the
want
Wild
a name
Things.
drop? Kyle Dawson.
No, that's his man.
Oh,
What's his
Ben
name?
LeCmonte.
Ben LeCmonte.
Benoit. I'm done talking about this.
Whoa.
All right. I think we're gonna wrap this up with the winner's side. So
You already went.
take it away. I did. We're wrapping it up with the winner's
Oh,
side.
okay.
I just
all
have
right, I'll be
news.
on my phone if you guys need me.
Yeah.
I do need you in about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bullet points.
I can't read, so you're gonna have to let me know when I get
Well,
there.
you have glasses on, so that's weird.
There's sunglasses. I can't see through them.
Prescription. So my first talking point is the Oilers traded Cody Ceci, former Penguin. See you later. And they acquired. I have no idea how to
that's
pronounce
a
that
name.
dude's name. I think it's
Pod Colson.
him from the Canucks.
That guy.
I thought he had a decent season last year, so I'm kind of. I just don't know if the Canucks could pay him when his contract comes up, but I think he will fit into the Oilers pretty nicely. Cody Ceci, he was like the second or third pairing defenseman for the Oilers. I mean,
Yeah, how's your finger?
he's what?
How
Wasn't
does
that
that
Cody
even
Ceci?
mean?
That was Mark Mathot.
There's Mark
close.
Mathot.
They played on the same team. Close enough.
They did play on the same
I
team.
miss CC's Pizza.
CC's
Second-
Pizza's
yeah.
Shit.
Landeskog said the Avs came out and said that Landeskog is nearing a return.
Thank God.
Hopefully, at the start of the season. He hasn't played in
We'll
like
see about
2
that.
years. I think for him, like, I mean, he's getting a little bit older. I understand that you want to come back, but it's like at what what's the cost, right?
How old is he?
Landeskog's
Upper
gotta be
30s.
early.
Early
30s.
30s.
Early 30s.
I was gonna think 32ish.
Hey
There's a leg.
Siri, how old is Gabriel Landeskog?
Dylan's iPad came up.
Oh, that's not like Dylan.
Yeah.
How old is Gabriel Landeskog?
Anyway,
I'm thinking 32.
31.
Okay, I said 32. so.
He did enter the age or the league.
enter the
He did, but like you already won your cup. You're already captain. It's like you had extensive surgery that kept you out for 2 years. I'm just like, if he comes back, what's the?
31's still young though.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm just
But he's very injury prone.
I mean, to be out for 2 full years.
It gives you 2 years to get your strength back up and recover. Get back, and if you tear your ACL, then it's not meant to be.
Right.
Then that's maybe when you hang him up.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. But
Side note, can we? This is so unrelated. Did you guys see that?
about to turn my damn mic off.
CS teams don't have like the communication helmets.
You know, and this would be a really good point to bring this up.
I know. I just thought about it now.
They're in the
North
soccer
Dakota
section.
State literally purchased the equipment just for this game.
Oh yeah,
Really?
yes.
Yeah, they purchased all the communication helmets and equipment just for this game against Colorado.
Return
They'll
it.
never use them
It
again.
was a one-time payment.
Literally, because
Maybe
they
they just
can't
rented
use them
them.
in the FCS.
All right, so back to what I was saying.
Exactly.
The Preds stud prospect goalie Askarov.
Mhm.
He once they signed Saros, he was like, I do not want to be here. He didn't have a route to get up to the NHL consistently, so he was like, I want out. The Preds said, see you later, and sent him to the Sharks, who then signed him for 2 years.
See ya.
He was
There
the
goes his
goal-
career.
He was the goalie, and I don't know if anybody saw this, where like he stopped. I think it was a shootout to win in like the AHL. I don't know if it was like win the Calder or whatever, the Memorial Cup, not the Calder. He literally took the net down and started using
Bench
the net
pressing.
and bench pressing the
Yeah.
net.
Was that him?
Yes.
That's
Well,
hilarious.
it's funny you said it because I literally was about to say like he sounds like he should be in the UFC. That sounds like a
Askarov.
UFC name.
Yeah. He's
Sounds like he
supposed
should be in the light heavyweight division.
he's supposed to be pretty good. I think that the Sharks thinks that like
Not as good as me.
right.
I have to
Um,
leave the Preds. I feel like the Preds are gonna be good this year.
Yeah, but I think the Preds have Saros, and I want to say their backup is Wedgwood for some reason. I don't know how. I can't remember. So I'm interested to see like if he does get full playing time, because the Sharks are gonna suck. What a full consistent season looks like for him. Laine got traded to the Canadians for a bag of peanuts.
This guy is another one of those. Just you don't know how to handle him.
Well,
Honestly,
My thing is, how many different situations is he gonna be put in before
that's what I'm saying.
the league is just like he ain't it?
Probably like 5 or 6 more.
Like you know who he reminds me of? Galchenyuk, where they're like the town's there, the town's there, the town's there, and it's like where?
Yeah.
Because it hasn't shown like it'll come for like 10, 15 games, and then it goes away for 30, and then it comes back for 10 to 15 games.
And
And
he's
they're
like, I hate this coach. I don't
He's
wanna
in-
Yeah.
play for this
Was
guy anymore."
Galchenyuk the one that kept getting arrested,
No.
or was that Gallagher?
That was Galchenyuk. He got arrested.
Galchenyuk got arrested.
Yeah.
He pulled the whole, like, you know who I am thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was him.
That's right.
Yeah, and they
No,
said
I don't actually.
yeah, they said we actually have no idea since you haven't played a full season in about 6 years.
Full prediction. Line is going to be a Penguin by the trade deadline.
The Penguins would have to be competing for that to happen.
Right.
We're competing, brother.
Next, Benier signed his extension 7 by 7.14. I think that is a very fair
Yeah.
contract for him.
Especially with how
I think if he
contracts are inflating.
yeah, I think if he plays the way that he has played, I think that 7.1 number is going to look really good in about 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
If he sucks, at least you have him
It's
at
not the
a
end of the world.
you have him at a number that's tradable. He's not going to I mean, when you think of the Kraken, I would say like he's pretty high on that list of people you think about. Like him, I'd say Shane Wright's up there. Penguin
Jared McCann.
Jared McCann, Penguin Killer, Jordan Eberle's up there. Next, the Blues signed Holloway and Broberg to offer sheets, and the Oilers said, see you later. So now they're both on the Blues. I think Binnington came out, and Rob Thomas came out too, and he's like, yeah, Binnington and I are the vets on this team. Rob Thomas is 25 years old. So I thought that was like, I was like, but he was like, this is a really good deal for us. We really like how they're going to fit. I think that both of them are just like the depth guys. But I think that I like Holloway a little bit better than Broberg, but I've also watched Holloway a little bit more than Broberg, so I think
Holloway
there's,
sounds like a USC name.
I don't know. Well,
it is.
I mean, it is. I don't know who Broberg is, to be honest with you guys.
He
I knew
was,
who
Matt
Holloway
Bird's
was.
brother.
he was like I think he was the third or fourth line center, somewhere in there. Next, we'll go to. I'm going to skip my point here and go to the Penguins. The Penguins acquired Cody Glass and McGrody, but we did ship Yeager out of here.
I'm okay with that.
I think it has to do with number one, NHL readiness, and number
Yeah,
two,
but-
Brendan Yeager's natural center.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we have two of those that are ahead of him, and we have about 14 centers on the roster in general. And McGrody can play. He came out and said he can play either side, but it's the same old story. If you let him see the ice at PPG Paints Arena, it better be on the first line with our captain, Sidney Crosby.
Yes.
Or
That's our
else-
captain.
Or else it's not worth it.
I agree.
You could put him on the side. I think he would be fine on the second, too.
I don't know. Malkin's really picky with his wingers. I feel like
He
Sid's
is.
like, you know what? Just give me a bag of pucks and I'll make it work.
Yeah. I mean, everything you see on McGrody is he's hyped as the he's pretty hyped. I mean, I think it does deal with readiness because he
He has potential to make the opening night.
Did you
roster.
see his presser? He's like, I'm used to winning. He's like, I wanted to come here to win.
He played at Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he played on. It was Luke Hughes' team.
He has potential to make the opening night roster. I think he will.
I think so too.
He should.
What's his position?
He can play
Wings.
outside.
Okay.
The rumor going around right now is that Eller and Acciari are being shopped. I like Eller personally. I like him better than Acciari.
Yeah.
Acciari, I liked when we signed it, just didn't pan out.
Yeah, except his contract number sucks. It's like 3.5.
Eller's just somebody you need like on the third line.
Eller's the third line center. I don't think that
Penalty
there's.
killer.
Yeah, like he's just eight.
I was about to check Cat Friendly, but I forgot their website got shut down.
Yeah,
Dang it.
Yeah,
Spotrac. Spotrac is the one
Spotrac
they-
has it. Yeah, I mean, I like that. Did you see Cody Glass on Twitter or it was Instagram?
Instagram.
And somebody was like, "This guy sucks," and he's like, "Oh, well, give me a chance first."
Yeah.
I was like, "That's funny." My last point to wrap it up is Austin Matthews was named captain of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
No,
Congrats,
Acciari.
Tig.
Acciari makes 2 flat.
Oh, I thought it was 3 for some
It was
reason.
2x6 or no 3x6.
2x6.
0.
Yeah, I think that Matthews being named captain, like Tavares was stripped, and he was perfectly fine with it. And he was like, "I know my role." It also deals with, I think that Tavares contract's up this year, like going into next year, he'll be a free agent. And I have a feeling that they are either they're definitely letting him go because they will not re-sign him for another $11 million a year.
No.
Trade him to the Penguins. We have cap space.
We don't need him.
We need another.
We also don't have cap space.
Yeah, we also don't have that. But he becomes part of a long list of captains that are age 29 and under.
Okay.
So I am bringing back the blind rankings that you guys did so well at the first time.
Kurt Angle, baby.
Yo, Kurt Angle is crazy. All right,
This man brings out the Holy Bible.
this is my notebook.
This passage comes from 1 Corinthians.
Romans 12.
I was about to
Alright.
ask you if there was even 5 captains under 29.
Yeah, there's
this
there-
is structured.
there is
How many
a lot of
can
them.
you name?
I don't know the actual number. All right, so the first one I'm going to give
Or at least
you
three. There's at least
is
5.
we're going to start with Barkov. He is age 29.
Are we so?
S tier.
You're
Are we
blind
trying
ranking
to
them.
rank this based off of like how good of a captain they are, or like how
You're
good
just-
of a player
whatever-
they are?
Base him on
It's
the,
a discussion.
I base him on like his player he is.
I go number 2.
I don't think he's that high.
I'm going 3.
What? You at least have McDavid and
McDavid
The first one you
and
say,
and
you always
Matthews.
go middle.
you're gonna go Barkov
Maybe
too.
he doesn't name him. All right, then 3.
Michael Phelps. Remember
I
that
would
one?
say 4, but
I was gonna say 4 as well.
I don't
Corey?
care. You don't gotta have me.
What, we
No,
had
I'll
2
write-
3s and 2 4s?
I'll write this down so I
no,
can
well, we have
send this to
1,
you.
2, and 2.
Yeah.
I
fours.
changed it
He
to
said
3.
3. I said 3. in the
What are you
beginning.
marking Barkov as? Final answer.
3.
It's the first one out of 5. Put him at 3 in the middle. So we have
Three.
something to base off of.
That's fair.
Sorry, Tate. I'm overruling you. I'm 0 for 2 today, maybe, but
So 3.
About to be over
Yeah,
3.
Dylan Larkin, who
Yeah,
is
5.
28.
I think 5's
I think 5.
I like 5. I put that right at the start.
Next score. Thought you were gonna go
Corey,
1.
Corey goes, I like 5.
Quinn Hughes, he's 25.
4.
Oh
No,
way!
he's higher than
He's
Barkov.
better than Barkov.
better than
I'd
Barkov.
put-
Maybe we should have put Barkov at 4.
No, two for Quinn.
I remember the last time we did this.
we
These
did.
idiots. You weren't here.
Yeah, thanks.
These idiots.
Leave me out of it.
Quinn Hughes is better than Barkov.
Truth. 2.
2.
Call him R.
David and Matt.
David.
He's laughing because he knows it's right.
It doesn't matter if Barkov. It doesn't matter. It's how we're doing this.
McDavid's gonna end up at 4.
You gotta put McDavid at 4 because Barkov beat him in the finals. See?
See, you already next.
Connor McDavid.
4.
He's 27.
Easy 4.
Well, you don't know who's
No
coming back.
cups.
Matthews is ending up at 4.
Well, Matthews
That's
is
how
One.
this is gonna
McDavid
work.
1.
Yeah,
One.
McDavid 1. Sid 4.
Austin Matthews,
Yeah,
20,
there
is
it is.
26.
Okay, 4.
All right, so
But
you're.
it's not a bad list.
Hold on, it's not a bad list.
We
so
have
the list is McDavid.
Matthews is a captain for like 3 days.
Yeah, he's gonna be
So-
a good one too.
McDavid's at 1.
You
Quinn
said it.
Quinn Hughes is at 2.
I mean, it's not a terrible. list.
Barkov's at 3. Matthews at 4. Larkin at 5.
I think we nailed that. Literally. on
I don't
the
That's
think
not
head.
that's
bad. I
bad.
think that's a
I
B
think we
plus.
nailed it.
Matthews hasn't proved himself yet. I'll give
The
you
only thing
that.
we missed was obviously
And he also plays for the
I
Maple
almost said
Leafs.
McGregor.
so-
McDavid and Matthews should have been 1 and 2, but
McGregor.
I mean,
Well, Matthews is. I think Matthews is fair where you guys have him because he literally has been captain.
I'm
for
glad
2
we at
weeks.
least put McDavid at 1. Okay.
no cups.
Imagine,
Alright.
imagine McDavid at 5 somehow.
The last time they did this, I'm pretty sure they put
Oh, I watched.
Michael Phelps at 4.
Yeah, we did.
I watched. It was funny.
Kurt Angle was 2. Kurt Angle got the
Kirk
hometown.
Angle at 2.
Yeah. Park Angle got the
Did you-
hometown
Did you
discount.
see on Twitter the rankings that it was a real ranking.
I
with,
know
like,
exactly
real
what you're about
experts,
to
like,
tell me.
Their top 10 entrance theme songs.
Yes, it was Bleacher Report, and it was
it was shit.
it was the worst. Yeah, quick WWE topic pivot. It was terrible.
No, just
You'll
let Corey
never-
go. We got
you'll-
another 2 hours.
We're wrapping up. You'll never guess what was 1.
Probably the Great Khali.
No,
Santino Morella.
no. What do you? No. What
Alberto
do
Del Rio.
you? What do you actually think is 1? No.
Alberto Del Rio.
Nope.
Becky Lynch.
He is a Hall of Famer. It's a sick theme song. I just don't think it's 1.
It's the first. It's one. It's a sound.
As soon as you hear it,
Undertaker.
you should get it more than anybody else.
Stone Cold.
Why should I get it?
Oh.
Yeah, you lost me.
It's Stone Cold. No, I thought they had Bret Hart at 1. You might want to double check that.
Dylan, what are you doing?
I'm waiting on hot takes to be honest with you. I'm like,
I'm ready.
We'll wrap this up here with our hot takes as always.
Big deal.
Yeah, BD, go ahead over there.
the Buccos are going to win a maximum of 5 games between now and the next podcast. Okay, I don't want to hear
They already
any.
got a 6-game winning streak.
I'm pulling a Corey. Reverse psychology. Bring it back.
I'm gonna go off these real quick. This is 1 through 10. Stone Cold, Undertaker, Jericho, Randy Savage, Edge, Brock, Batista, Bret Hart, CM Punk, Triple H. How you have Triple H at 10 is disgusting. But that's just because he's my dad. So that is just
All right, my hot take
horrible
is
list. Horrible.
my hot take is as of right now, the Steelers for Week 1, the spread is +3. I say they're going to win by 4 or more.
Are you trying to throw a
Okay.
smoke screen up
Hmm.
earlier?
Next,
Good, Corey. We've been waiting.
back to back.
I do love me some football hot takes. I really do. What?
What?
Just go ahead.
All right.
I'll save it.
Georgie Boy is going to go for 100+ and a touchdown.
This is almost
Corey,
well,
with
that's where
his
they-
stipulations,
Atlanta.
I guarantee you
well,
this
yeah,
somehow
that's where they
goes
played,
1
where
for
the
2.
Bulldogs played.
What are you
so
talking about?
He's going to
Or-
go 1 for 2.
Corey
on this.
says 100 yards receiving and a touchdown.
Do you
I
see
can't
the
wait till it's a
and?
rushing
That's what I'm
touchdown.
Do you see
I'm
the
saying
and?
there's going to be some kind of stipulation.
And
he's
is
gonna
any
lose on.
touchdown.
I'm so confused. What's the issue with his hot take here?
That's what
Just
I'm
because
saying.
I know that he's going to have like 100 yards and no touchdown, or a touchdown and not 100 yards.
What if he
Yeah,
has
but
99 and a
that's a lot.
touchdown?
He has. Yeah, well, then I'm under. Or he's under. But
Corey, I respect it. Okay?
So does it?
That's all.
Okay, so just for clarification purposes, you have 100+, so he has to get 101.
Correct.
100+ is 101 or more.
I'm going to cry if he has
If it is just
If he is
100,
at
I'm
100
Kyrie from the Yinscast, it was nice knowing you guys. I'm going back to Alaska for 2 months.
All right, Tiggs, let's hear it.
I said that Pitt's going to. I know we didn't talk about Pitt, but Pitt's
We
going to
did
cover
cover
24 on Kent
They
State.
play Kent State. Tickets right now, I looked.
$3.
They were
Are you
7 for section 112.
Oh, we're going,
$7. I'm
He
not
gets
gonna-
the
I'll
employee
be-
discount. That's not fair.
No, I do not get discount on tickets.
That's
Really?
dumb. I
don't
would
get
actually sue.
only students, and you have to be a season ticket holder to
That's
get
so
discounts.
That's so
dumb.
We tried last year. I
They're
unfortunately
doing that
got
for West Virginia this year. You got to be a season ticket holder to go to the game.
correct.
That's
They're just trying to keep
West, they're
West
trying to keep
Virginia
West Virginia
fans
fans.
out.
All right, let's wrap it up here, Jimmy.
I said that Warren's going to outrush Najee in game 1.
Okay, that's all, folks.
Let's go
Thanks for coming.
Najee.
Go Najee.
damn. You're gonna let him treat you like that because you guys are going like that with hot takes right now.
What?
Huh?
You're being an asshole. That's what you're being.
I know. I can't let him win.
He said go Najee. He's rooting against.
All right.
I don't care. He's lost every single game that we have played against them.
This is a team
Here
game.
we
I'll
go.
take
Just
50%
wait
of blame.
Just wait till the spelling bee and
Well, that's not going to be fair.
Are you
so-
smarter than a fifth
just,
grader?
are you smarter than a fifth grader?
Yeah, you wait till Are We Smarter Than a Fifth Grader. Guess what? We're killing the science category.
I mean, never said I was.
You got us on arithmetic.
On that note, episode 37 is complete. Corey, welcome back. Didn't miss you, but glad you're here.
Do you want to do
I
an
missed his hair.
Undertaker like
Thank you.
Undertaker departure? Too?
No, no, you don't get that.
That's fine.
And then as always, get yins or get out, and we'll
Mm.
see you next time.